Hey, what's up with it, guys? We are just getting ready. Give me just 1 second here. Is the thumbnail not updating? Let's hop in Discord with the guys. I don't know. It looks like it's updating, kind of, but not really that well. Always got to dial the graphics down a little bit in this raid. That's so weird. I don't know why it doesn't look like it's uploading. So we just did the poll. Everything looks good. We just did the poll, what was that, 2 days ago? And it was between synergy or upgrading. And so we're actually going to end up doing both. So I upgraded Horde Nightmare here to 210. You can see we're at 210 eye level right now. I got a cloak this week from the Great Vault. I'll be able to get my shoulders as well once I get Conquest. I just haven't had time to play the games yet. And then we got a helm from Time Walking. Those are like the only kind of major upgrades since last raid. So we're at 210 eye level. These are the talents that we're going to run. This is actually a pretty big week because this is the first week that the other covenants have double potency. So for our conduits, I know this is a little cut off, but we're using the top Soulbind, Plague Divisor, and we're able to get 2 potency conduits this week. So I'm trying out Tyrant Soul and Born of Blood. The alternative I think really is only Fell Commando is the only other option here. Born of Blood's very, very good. And then I was going to run Fell Commando potentially here, but I couldn't decide. So we're going to try Tyrant Soul and kind of see how it feels, and then I'll probably try Born of Blood next week, and then Diabolic Bloodstone, just because we're going to be, I think, the only Warlock, and so we'll have it proc a lot with people using Hellstones and stuff. What's up, Lizard? How you doing, man?
Hello.
Hey. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hi.
Real quiet in here, guys. Feel like I'm at the library.
You are. Shut up.
You click this. Shuttle.
You don't go to the library.
Door.
I know.
Decurse the tank so they can be healed, please. I don't care about you.
It's kind of rude.
Mages when it's off cooldown. You should just
mage, I'm named the other mage.
Oh, well.
So
That
one
is
thing that's going to
unfortunately
kind of
trash.
change a little bit is since we're not running the other
You guys
Soulbind,
can just
is
release
we
it
don't
or
really
not.
have a reason to
Won't have the
cast
curse.
Decimating Bolt. Oh, damage meter's off the screen for you guys. Yeah, move on.
We're both here now.
What's up, Axton? Is that how you say that, Axton? How you doing, man?
Can't druids decurse too?
Yes, they can. For this one to curse melee, ideally first.
I watched all your videos about PvP balance, Drew. That's awesome. Yeah, all the classic stuff. Yeah, we were playing a lot of Balanced Druid in Classic. You might have said it, but what Lego are you running for the raid? We're going to be doing Horn Nightmare. I leveled up Horn Nightmare to level 2, so it's 210 eye level. So we're going to try that for this raid. I also am going to have enough, I think after I do both Wings of Torghast, I should have enough for to make one more. I could either
Roger,
upgrade.
I need one more lock portal, please. Or lock something.
Yeah, where do you want to do it? We've kind of changed this a couple times. Do you want me to do it back to like his back right leg?
No, I just want you to summon Alec right now. Thank you. Yeah, I saw we did the mythic strat.
Yeah.
We will just do that again.
Yeah, classic. Yeah, we did some good old ranking. We were playing Balanced Druid, did ranking. It was actually really fun. Actually, that was like a really fun. I feel like that whole experience was pretty unique because of COVID too. Just the timing of all that, like classic and COVID, and when I decided to rank and all that, it was an experience.
Does anyone else have the friends trinket?
What's up, Fire?
It's
Put your
called
talents?
extra
Yeah.
verse for-
I'll do it. I'll do it a few times because that's the one thing everyone always
It's only
asks when
Jen.
they go. Can you guys
Yes, I
go?
have it.
Just curious, like if you come and join the stream after it starts,
Who was
are you
not-
able to
Anyone who's
rewind?
not
Like,
in
can you
group.
rewind all the way to the beginning?
Sorry.
Is that an option for you, or does it not let you do that until like it VODs?
Sounds good.
Is that the 15% hand proc? Yeah, that is. It's this ring. So I upgraded this to 210. I should have enough. I could upgrade it one more time to what is that? Is it 226? Is that what or 225 or whatever it is the next
yeah.
level?
Each food.
But I think I'm gonna make one more rank
Take
1,
one
and then
flask.
I'll level
the
up something
feast.
else next week. Getting an extra, 20 eye level on this, or 15, whatever it is, would be big. But I'd rather try out some other things because I know people are curious to see how some of these other ones perform. So this is what I'm gonna run for the entire raid.
So,
I'm not gonna
Flicker
switch
Knight, we're hoping
anything.
to
I'm not gonna
ideally
swap
get
to
two
Wilfred's. I don't
Slugfist,
think
which
either.
means
That would be the
Council
only
and
thing
all
I
the other stuff we've
change
built so
is
far.
running Wilfred's and
Um,
this. So this will be the
I-
thing for the whole raid.
We have a few people who aren't like technically raiders, but they're coming because they're nice.
And the
wanna
last
come.
thing, real quick, I'll say again.
What was that time?
Click.
We got double
Ignore
potency
that.
first time yet this raid tier, so we're testing out
And so
Tyrant Soul, Born of
just
Blood.
for tonight, please like focus on mechanics. I really don't care how much damage you do. I think we have the DPS to hit every boss check mark we're gonna kill. But if people are too greedy to do DPS or something like that, and you like mess with mechanic and it wipes us, I will be more sad. So use your brain, turn it on. Pop your flask. Actually, I already checked, and then pop your flask.
Do you want my gateway somewhere different, or you want to do it the strat we did last time, where it was like at him?
Same as last week.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on, I'm not ready. I got like a big wigs error.
I did too.
You guys got that? Your big wig is 3 releases out of date.
No, I updated mine.
Okay. It says up to date.
K-Way and Sarah, grab a flask from the cauldron. Thank you to everyone that gave us flasks. It really helps a lot for us to have cauldrons, and like we said, if you give us 2 flasks a week, like you'll get 6 flasks worth of stuff back. Also learn alchemy if you aren't using professions because you get like double duration.
I don't know if that fixed it, but we'll see. Should be good. Screen is cropped. Yeah, so I'm playing on an ultra wide monitor. Like,
Heal4 and Alec, you good?
it's hard for me to
Okay.
show you, but yeah.
We get a couple new people.
Yeah, rebuff, sorry. And yeah, so we're starting on square. He does the sonar disc thing. We go through the center to triangle. And then after we line of sight the first streak or whatever, we go back to square.
Yeah,
During
are you
phase
saying that
two, all
because
you
you're
have to
seeing
do
my
is dodge
bags like half
and
cut
take
off?
your
Is that what's
shit out
making
to
you
the edge of
notice
the room.
that?
Don't shit in the house.
So we have kind of a weird setup we need to do with this. Let's
Is
try.
this a
We'll
real
try
poll?
this out.
5,
Yes.
4,
'Kay.
3, 2.
Oh, I didn't really mean to pop my potion there.
Range, come to square. Do not be a triangle. I don't care if you're using your cooldowns. Take your echolocations out. Okay, we're going through to triangle. If you get hit by a disc, you have to drop somewhere else. A few discs bouncing around. Line of sight. Okay. We're going to circle. That's like you can hit them for a little bit, and then we're just line of sighting. Bring. Line of sight. Drop your shit outside. Line of sight.
Wait. Corner so we can use it.
Shit.
Line of sight.
Shit.
Oh, we need to lust. Should have to do that, but
Just gonna tank it.
okay. Drop your stuff. We're in the middle right now. We're gonna be moving to blue to dodge the thing.
Everyone's stacking
Go to blue. Take your circles out. On the side. You can stand it if you have to. It's gonna be a bit of a free for all. Just keep taking your stuff out. On a site. Probably can't kill here, but try. Okay. You don't have much space, but just line of sight when you cast your splitting streak. If you have to stand in a red, it's for a second, it's fine. On his side. One more. Never mind, kill boss. Good job. Not
That's pretty
finished.
scuffed. That's pretty bad. I got hit by those fears a bunch, and then that was just bad. Not great. Someone got hit when we were all stacked up. Someone got hit and or dropped like a puddle right next to all of us, and then we all had to move right when he dropped that, and then that's what caused like the chain reaction. Love the content. Keep it going. Hey, thanks, man.
There's no two.
Yeah, so the screen's cropped to the right because I play on ultra wide, so I like. Oh, is this on wide for you guys? Oh, sorry. Did you see that? Why is so? That's like my screen normally. That's so weird. It didn't show it like that in the preview. Sorry, that was on wide for you guys. Mix it up, give you a couple angles. But so the screen's ultra wide, and then I like kind of crop it in the center so that it's normal aspect ratio. I think I'm gonna change it though. I think I'm gonna get another monitor and have my main monitor just be normal ratio, because none of the streaming stuff is set up to be able to do it easily. So it's like my stuff's like always cropped off, which gets kind of annoying. Using Wilford or Horn? We're using Horn. I'll pull these up again in between the pulls. Using Horn Nightmare.
Just wait a second before we pull. Let everyone up there get down here.
Beat the shit out of this.
Everyone unlocked all their Covenant gear today. I think today's the first day you get the full set. I thought about transmogging it for the raid tonight, but I didn't.
Traps are coming down melee.
So you go ahead and Tyrant here.
He's Door Mastery.
Use Dora Mastery.
I mean, how many weeks are we gonna keep doing this?
Probably every week.
Come on, guys, we can do better. We've done a couple tries.
I think it's definitely something that we could improve on, but also they're not the easiest thing to dodge. I think we'll just start using like defensive cooldowns.
You do some great damage. Not
Like
sure how
these
geared
Door
everyone else
Mastery.
is, but I guess
Use
Demo
your
does
cooldowns
well
here
on that,
when it's
right?
a
I mean,
boss.
Demo's fine,
Pulls
yeah.
himself does.
I'm like decently geared, but not like crazy, right? I think we're like 210 eye level with this setup,
Yeah.
which is definitely good right now, but it's not. I mean,
I mean, they'll
there's
pop
people that
them.
are 217, 220 eye
damage all
level,
of us.
right? But yeah, we do decent with DPS.
We're gonna reset the boss. Tag it if you need to. There's like one spot.
Run. Resets all our cooldowns.
Joda.
Oh, I feel like the Dreadstalker legendary proc is once every 4 minutes. Dreadstalker legendary proc? What do you mean by the Dreadstalker legendary proc? The Dreadstalker legendary is the one that just gives you the stacking buff when you cast Hand of Gul'dan. That one procs all the time. I don't know what you mean by proc. I do want to test that one a little more as well now that we have now that we can run Demonic Core and Carnivorous Stalkers. I think the Dreadstalker legendary is going to go up in its DPS.
Or is it still second?
If that makes sense, because Carnivorous Stalkers is really good paired with the Dreadstalker legendary. But you also want Demonic or Born of Blood to get the extra procs on your Demonic Core.
We've done it second. We'll try
and that'll let you get more Hand of Gul'dans off.
Let me have.
Right? It's like very.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very synergistic.
Spread out more.
Yeah. Moon is loopy. You can drag a second dog too. Group. Oh, that's not good.
Just do all plate.
Yeah, that's fine. All plates. Yeah, I'll play where it's just soak.
Not that from the shadows.
Back from
the
melee.
talent.
If you have it run like right in front of melee, and let them go in with you for the soak. Joda and Sabbath, will you please polymorph the shades?
Jake, which one do you take?
Closest to the corner.
That's a proc on every Dreadbite that they cast.
I mean, like this, literally this right here, or over in the far side, because you.
Far back left corner.
Okay.
The one that is closest to that.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because you switched it up a couple times last week. But that might have been my fault.
And for people that are new this week, in phase 2, just watch your AoE so you don't accidentally break those polys.
Yes. I will call for when we grip in the shades and kill them.
We have double potency conduits.
And we are good to go.
Do you want gateway somewhere specific?
Not for this fight, it should be fun.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread out range.
Kind of scuffed right there on the opener. But it's okay.
Oh, you want to stack? Oh, it'll be fine.
Kind of
Just want
misclicked
Seekers,
some
stand
shit.
still, let other people move. Come in, coach, or do you want to die?
I thought that was the ball thing I need to take out.
No, it's phase 3. Go stay on the boss. We start with them split up. Just any corner works, loopy, yeah. Healers get the shade.
I try and save my
Bring
demonic
Doggerland
strength here for
now.
whenever they're
One
actually
more.
stacked, because there's a lot of times where you do get the
And
cleave
lust.
damage in this. Damn, so it's like a 30 seconds early, but it's okay. I think I need to just hold
Stand
Tyrant.
still.
By the time I get it up, it's gonna be too late, I think.
Stay
anyway.
on the boss.
This should be pretty good though.
Let's kill Bargas. Good. DK script in the shades, please.
We got
Someone
the,
good. Okay.
strangle.
Okay, we're killing shades right now. Save. Hectus is killing healers.
My bad.
Shouts.
Think
Take
we're
your
on.
circles to the edges. Heroes, Angela, when we can, please.
Should be fine. Like the decimating bull for PvP. Yeah, that was the main reason I actually went Necro when I was first looking at all of them. Was because I think the PvP potential of decimating bull is really cool. And it allows for some really good... I think it'll be better later on in the expansion.
Keep taking circles out. Kill Hectus if we can. Just be boss. Stand still, stand secure.
There's a little bit of a scuffed tyrant here. It's not going to be huge, but I want to make sure I get him in before the end of the fight. Still big 24k crit right there from the tyrant. You see that 24k again? Again. Come on, let's go. Pump. Come on. Hit that number 1, baby.
Good job, guys. This was a lot better. A little rough on the shades, but straight
Let's
clean.
go, baby. Number 1, 6k DPS. What you know about
Oh, holy
it?
cow.
What you know about it?
Amulet and trinket.
Nice.
Congrats, Loopy, that's cool.
Yeah, so the conduits, guys, sorry, catch up with chat. The conduits are running as I'm running the Tyrant Soul one that gives you the buff
Let's
after
wait
the
a second before we
Tyrant.
jump down the hole, because I hate
I
this
don't
thing.
think that conduit is necessarily as strong unless you're running Wilfred's. It's very strong if you're running
I
Wilfred's.
think they only
Those two you
leave,
should always pair
disease
together.
when they're
They were
dead.
also running Born of Blood.
Does anyone know for sure if they do or do not?
It was between that one or a Carnivore Stalker one. I don't think is good if you're not running
I'm
any
like
kind of Dread
pretty
Stalker
sure it's when
setup.
they're dead, which means if we all run through it to the end and then kill them, it'll be a lot nicer. So I think we're gonna do that.
Turn it down a little bit.
Go ahead and hop down. And just we're gonna run to the end and hop down the pipe. And if you can dispel disease, please dispel disease.
Looks like their autos do it too.
So those are the two
Sure,
conduits that
but-
we're running for the potency. Since this is the first week, we can do double potency.
This room's a good place to do it. Sorry.
Oh my god,
turn,
dude! I
man.
thought. Oh my god! I knew that was gonna happen.
Dispel high stacks.
I knew as soon as those guys got Nova or they got out of their Nova, they could turn around and just wreck me. I don't think anyone can res this. Can they run back up here?
Dispatch this creature before it grows even stronger.
I don't know if this was better. I think.
Oh,
it
you mean
was-
the conduit minnow? That's what
like,
you're
that was
talking
a
about?
stupid
Yeah,
move.
that the conduit doesn't proc very much, but if it procced a lot, it would be too OP. And it's you have to remember
everyone's on
too.
the
It's
ground,
it's gonna
keep
keep
evading it,
leveling
people
up
go up on the
throughout the expansion, right? As we
No.
start getting higher and higher levels, because it's
yes.
like up to level 15 or rank 15, which is whatever that ends up being, like could it be 10% or
Solid.
something? And we'll have more haste. Like it's gonna be one of those things that I think we'll get. Should we run back or
No, I'm resing.
Okay.
More. So is Alec. Ooh, we need more haste, Alec.
yeah, it's decent. It's a good conduit to run if you're running, but you have to kind of like aim everything towards Dreadstalkers, I think, for that
if you
conduit to have a
dispel,
lot of
it's not bad.
value. But I think it could be there. Like I think if you run the Dreadstalker Legendary, Carnivorous Stalkers, then
Only
you
want more
run
haste if I wanna do
Dreadlash.
two on reses, but not if I
right?
want to do well in raid.
Fair.
and you run like I think if you run all those things, that all that stuff is really cohesive and works really well
Go
off of
ahead
each
and
other.
pull.
I like a lot how that feels.
Sean, did you release?
Maybe.
Okay, well, don't release, and we'll summon you in a sec.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get Tyrant into the demonic strength
Their
right
rats
here.
respawned. Or we didn't get them. Oh, I think they leashed because of evading. I don't know, man. They're worse still rats.
Oh god, there's rats.
Okay, well, Master Rats will reach you from there.
I think that's our record on that last fight though, 6K. It's very, that conduit's very good if you're running the Dreadlash setup, the talent where it cleaves, right? Because then you, whenever it procs, you get like a big burst of AoE. It's super, super good.
Some nice moves.
What trinkets am I using at the moment? We're using the PvP health trinket, and then we're using this one off of Theater of Pain.
It says you have a res pending. Oh, I think Angel got it. Nice.
So we're playing kind of like that 2 minute Tyrant build. Is Demo hard to play? I wouldn't say hard to play. I would say it's very unique. Because Warlock in general is kind of unique, right? It's kind of like a combo point caster playstyle. So if you like, you know, how Windwalkers play with the combo points, or I guess even Brewmaster for
Okay,
that
is it
matter,
a Star
or
Diamond
Rogues,
triangle
where you have
symbol?
like the combo point aspect where you kind of have to manage that on top of your other stuff. It's pretty fun. But I wouldn't say Demo's hard to play. It's just very different because the way you have to play it is not like you cast one spell and it just does a lot of damage. It's a little bit more kind of planning and stuff. What's up, Alvanes? How you doing, man? Can you tell us in raid time your percent of haste mastery?
It might seem like a small thing for
I don't have a
but
week aura thing set up. I'm gonna get a week aura
boss
set up that
on
shows them
marker,
like live
molecular
during
game will
the
hit
raid. I'll put it like down
Yes.
here. But this is what I'm running right now. We have 363
we have
crit,
a lot of people
443 haste,
Which is
244
fine. So
mastery.
I think
and
everyone,
almost
almost everyone
600
has done this,
verse.
but
It's
there's
basically
4
just all my
miasmas
high
which
stat
can't
level
be healed,
pieces.
so friends stand on you to heal you. You'll get a raid marker. It'll match just once it goes out. Go to that raid marker, then go out to your group. We're gonna have
I'm playing Demo and Mythic Plus. It's so fun. It really is. It's a really good spec
Group
for
1
Mythic
is on
Plus. I
Diamond,
think it's a really fun
2 is on
fun spec for
Star,
Mythic
Group
Plus.
3 is on Circle, Group 4 is on Triangle,
Okay, we're on Triangle.
and for Group 5 and 6, on a melee go to like Diamond, Star, range go to Circle, Triangle. You're like all melee. Just pop personal food for now. Oh, nope, you take a feast.
Can I get put in group 3 so I can be with the other badge boys?
Yes.
Usually
Nice.
I do pretty well in this fight. This is one of my
Skull
favorite
Mini
fights.
Okay.
We'll see. I probably, knock on wood, I probably jinxed it right there.
No, it's on rough for that.
But I really like this fight. A couple of tricks on this
Is
fight,
there anyone who hasn't done this on Heroic?
if you guys haven't caught on the streams before, is I'll drop
so
my
cute.
circle out
I
here.
haven't done it on heroic. I've done
You could also drop it down there where, if you want.
So the big difference is for the circles with expunge.
But that way I can
run
get
away
out
to
really
drop,
easy.
To like not hit each other.
And then
you'll
you can
drop
also
orb
take the gate like
a ball.
this
When you
and
run
put it
into it,
here
it just does a little bit of damage.
to
and knocks
also
you
be
back.
able to get out
You
really
wanna
easy
soak
on the
your
big
own orb
circle.
If you're like 75% health or higher, and you don't have miasma. If you have miasma, don't worry about soaking. We can take care of it. You have legit. The other thing is, volatile ejection is the exact same. We move to the left, so if I was at circle and I got ejection, I would move towards star. If there's 2 of you, there should be enough space to go shoulder to shoulder. If there's 3, you can like back up to increase the arc. Oh, actually, that's a good point, Clara. We might get 5 miasmas,
I think we will.
but I don't know what the marker is.
It was nothing.
Great,
I think sometimes it's been moon.
that's skull.
Move orange.
I will.
The Pentagon.
My camera angle does not lend itself to this well. I can move triangle.
Fine.
We'll see. I think we're going to get, I think I'm trying to line up the
This actually
PIs
is
here.
really good.
See if we can get some solid PI. So I'll
let's
do
get-
my
let's
my
get- let's
demonic
get-
circle. I drop
My camera angle.
back
Oh,
here.
Lord. No,
Oh,
the
God, what
problem is
the
I
hell?
swapped them because otherwise triangle would be 5 now. This is going really well. Cool. Trying to think what else. Help your partners or help your friends.
You
Yeah,
say
if
the
they have
groups.
me as well.
You say the
Yeah.
groups
But
one
then
more
this
time,
gives
though,
you
we
an easy way where you can still cast, so you
Yes.
maintain a really high uptime on the boss, and then you can just use the global cooldown to
Just
blink
doesn't
out
matter for
and
peace.
and keep casting because the boss will still be in range. You can drop it like here, probably a little closer, maybe.
So group 1 diamond, group 2 star, group 3 circle, group 4 triangle, group 5 moon.
How do you feel about the implosion legendary? I'm not a big fan of the implosion legendary, to be honest. I'm gonna do a video specifically on that legendary because I get asked about that one. I think probably the most, but I didn't really like it.
'Cause I
And
think
Sarah-
sometimes it bugs.
Main reason is because it really requires
Sarah,
at
you
least
can go
3
right.
targets to be of
For
any
consumption, we
use.
just run
So there's
away.
just a lot of
We,
content
like, the big thing for this
that
fight
is not
two
3
things, like-
targets, right?
well,
It's less than 3
Help your
targets.
friends with miasma. Get to the left for the arrows. The arrows are how we're gonna wipe. And then for expunge, melee, and everyone get the fuck out so the tanks have room because they have giant circles. Like, those are the main things.
Demo has the best
we're
visuals
gonna
too.
lose
I
couple.
agree, Nick. I think Demo visuals are really cool. I also really like Destro. Chaos Bolt is such a cool. When they made those changes to how Chaos Bolt looks, I think Destro is also a very cool, visually very cool spec. Aesthetically, it looks really
We're gonna
sick.
pull-
Especially when you have
Remember, when
the
you get miasma,
like
go to the new
fell.
group, and once it's
thing.
done, go back to your original group.
Okay, so we're gonna pop our.
3, 2, 1.
See if we can pull this off.
Find your circle. This is to the left. Good job.
That was pretty hard. We kind of finessed that right there. We got that in, I think, but that was a little weird.
Good. Find your new group. Run out. Soak the
So here I
balls.
finish the
Keep
cast,
going,
teleport out, right? So you see that I get like 100% uptime. It doesn't really interrupt my casting at all. Take that. I'm gonna go ahead and cast one hand here while we run in because I can buy
Lasers.
global moving.
Go to the left.
Use dogs.
On markers, can you go to a moon? It's aardvark. No.
So here to use it again, right? So it literally just cost me only 1 global.
Lasers soon.
And I basically am not casting Decimating Bolt here since we're not running the other tree that gives us the int buff.
Run away.
I'm gonna just backpedal here.
It's fine right now. Go for needs hold. Get to your markers first. We're gonna have lasers and help your friend. Lasers.
I'm gonna wait right here for we have big cooldowns here in 1 second.
Okay,
Pop
one
the
star
health
miasma,
trinket,
go to
popping
star.
back up.
Okay, away. We're gonna Heroes Angel after.
I'm gonna tyrant off this.
Help a friend. Lasers coming out. Go to the left. Heroes Angel.
Where is Angel? Oh, there, someone's gone. He's in a different spot on the health bars for me.
Get out. Nate, if you have bubble and can soak some extra orbs after, pretty good.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to get that off.
Lasers coming out as well.
One more hand. Try and
Should
get
be
through these
someone
demonic core procs here because we're
there
getting
we
a
go.
lot of them. I'm kind of wasting some of
Run away.
them.
Help your friends. Stay with your friends. If you have it, don't run away from us. Lasers coming out. Get to your markers.
I'm actually just gonna hold Vile Fiend here. I meant to try and do it earlier. I didn't really have a good
Someone
time
needs
to
to be a
cast.
purple. I think it's Sean.
I'm gonna pop Decimating Bullet here too. Dude,
Laser's coming.
you see that? Literally came back out. Okay, we'll pop. I'm gonna go ahead and just already have Dreadstalker
red
up, so I'm
marker.
also gonna just Tyrant that. Literally just left an orb in our space, man. Get your orb out of here. So the demonic gateway cooldown is up for every one of the big circles that we need to get out on, and then your circle is up for every one of these.
Hunters, if one of you can soak. Laser's coming out soon. After the lasers, if you can soak, that'd be great.
Basically trying to cast walk there, right? Where we're casting, and then if I have the instant cast, I move up, trying to like
Just get the
maximize
near
that
ones to best
time.
run away. Just, like,
Okay,
yeah,
gate
so let
cooldown's
people
back
help
up,
you
right?
stay
So
with your
take the
friends.
gate. We have instant casts.
Lasers, get to your markers.
Pop Vile Fiend here.
Okay, back in position.
Oh, I'm diamond. Let's go over here.
Spawn. Soak your orb.
I should. I know procs right there, so we
Lasers.
ran all the way straight in. I should have another Tyrant. I'm gonna go ahead and use it here. Actually, I'm gonna do it right here after this dog cast.
Good, finish the boss.
Okay, 3.9k. Would have liked to push
That's
4k
dead.
there, but we still did okay. Is there a damage
Never
breakdown?
top lust?
Go ahead,
Just
Imp
flip
Fireball.
it.
That's the one thing I do really like about having Horn
Yeah, when I
Nightmare
said first
is
on pull,
like
which I know I said at least once.
the Imp Fireball. As long as you can get the casts off, right?
Help remind the
Where you
mages
have your
to
hand
do
to
that
go
too.
Dan.
Sorry, I forgot.
And then those imps can be doing stuff while you're doing those mechanics.
Just
like
to,
the big key
level
there
up.
is getting
on
prioritizing
Dark
getting
Fang,
all
we're
your
lusting in
minions
phase
up. So
two,
then
different
while you're doing
canister.
that mobility, you still have the damage up
Artificer, we're
time.
lusting in phase
Doesn't
three
hurt you
after
too
first
bad.
explosion. What else? Sun King, we're lusting in the second ad phase. And TBD.
Yeah,
You
I
use
thought
the
I
extra
popped
Hand to
it,
Go Dan legendary at the moment? Yeah, I do.
No, it's
That's
okay.
the one
I
we're
just
using
wanna
now.
make
That's the
sure.
one
And,
that's
like,
just the best for
call for
like
lusting
a
in
bunch
nice
of
way
different
for missing
content.
last phase. But good
Wilfrid's
job
has
for
been
getting that
doing
one
better
last.
from like a raid perspective, but it requires the
Okay,
timing
patch.
and like being more on
Not
point with the timing.
You want to grab the workers?
And it's not very good in PvP. So for me, I'm
Yeah, Solzera is-
eventually
is
going to
a
level it
option.
up, but it's something that I would basically only be using in raids. So I'm not really prioritizing using it right now. I really like it in raids. If we could level up multiple legendaries, I would also be using Wilfrid's. It's just I have to kind of pick one, right? Awesome to see another Demon Lock out there. Keep up the great work. Hey, thanks, man.
I like how Onmendo knows that ability is. It's just
Plus, with Destro being able to turn your fire abilities into fell fire. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The fell fire. I have that on this character too. It's really cool. Huge fan of the way that those animations look. I remember like it was kind of a pain to get that too. You have to go like run around like one of the islands or whatever, and it was like a whole thing. It's like a whole thing to get that. I had to like look it up and farm, and like took a whole few hours to do it, but it was definitely worth it. It was a lot of fun. I like those visuals a lot. You pulling some fat damage, sir? I need you to calm it down.
Nice catch, Driz.
Yeah, we'll calm it down after the raid. Do some BGs or something. We'll calm it down. We gotta keep it pumped up in the raid, you know.
LFRs catching the files gives you haste, so just pretend it gives you haste ranged.
I've improved my DPS by doing the Night Fate, but
I love the way that they have to
can
force
still get
people
inconsistently
to do
low at
stuff in
times.
LFR, like the silence.
Yeah, it seems. I mean,
Or the,
Yes. Your silence
your
triangle,
like
if you have
strengths
these,
and
it's really
weaknesses
funny.
vary depending on what setups you're playing. Like you can run more consistent setups that you'll have like higher just sustained DPS, but your burst won't be as
Because if you
good.
die, that doesn't.
But I feel like in a
teach
raid
me.
when you have Bloodlust and you have
'Cause then they
Flask
can
and all
just
these
sit
stuff, the things
AFK.
that give you the big power
if they're
spikes
silence-
generally, if you time those
Now they
well,
gotta do
are
something.
going to give you a disproportionately
the
like
ads in closer
big
to melee,
DPS
please.
window.
For those of you who aren't familiar with the fight that well, when you get that giant circle, you'll spawn an ad, and you just want to get a.
Just because like you're able to
Here,
capitalize on all
melee,
the
but
extra
not on the
buffs and
because it does damage,
Bloodlust,
so we
all
don't
that
look so
stuff,
good.
it's like the power spike is just
think everyone's done
amplified
this
so
fight.
much.
At least normal, I hope. If not, please let me know.
You think it's worth it to hold Vile Fiend for the second Tyrant? So
Yeah, we're gonna stack both of them using probably.
if you're
AMCs.
using Wilfrids, you hold Vile
And,
Fiend for
we're gonna use
every
Power
Tyrant.
Freedoms
If
when
you're
they-
not using it, you
just
basically
leave it
can
up.
fit one Vile Fiend in between each Tyrant.
That's the
So
thing
you
you
go
bring in,
like
correct?
Yeah,
Felguard,
Features and
right?
Houses, the thing you
Vile
bring in.
Fiend, Dreadstalker's Tyrant, basically. That's a Cliff Notes version. And then you get around,
Coming up the
Vile Fiend comes up again. You cast Vile Fiend. Then your next big Grimoire Tyrant window, your Vile Fiend will be back up because it's only a 45-second cooldown. And so for that, you
Hey,
basically
so-
alternate. If you're not using
Do you want me to check
Wilfrids, if you're using Wilfrids, you basically hold Vile Fiend for every single
I'm gonna
Tyrant.
trust Jake and Sabbath. You guys did a great job, containers.
It was all Jake.
Oh, I know. I was trying to be nice. So, this fight is like pretty much the same. Actually, apparently the spinning lasers happen in normal. I just have never seen it go that far.
What are you talking about? I've
Night Conduit for Night Phase Superior for demo because
Well, no,
the
a bunch of
health and
people
the
have died to,
mastery.
like,
Yeah,
just
I think
the
it's simming
triangle,
better
but they
right
start
now.
hitting in normal.
No, I've died to that in normal.
Okay. Yes. There's a feast to eat. Okay, so soak the files range be kind of spread out. If you get the big circle, you want to bring it close.
this
to melee,
actually
but
a
don't
good
stack down
feast?
melee, and the
I feel
two
like this is
people will
gonna, like,
stack together.
overwrite this
I'll call
buff with,
for
like, a
an
shitty
AMC
buff.
there, or some other shout or something. And then we kill ads. Last time, interrupt order for the ad was like 3 people, right?
You don't delay it, Tom. It's
Luke,
so
I think
Three or
you
four.
basically cast
Okay.
these
Are you
two back
fine
to
doing it,
back.
or you just want
Your
DPS
Vile
to do
Fiend
it?
and
If you do it-
Felguard.
I'm fine doing it.
Okay. I'm gonna have the kick order and the casting ad. I'm gonna leave you out in case it gets scuffed and it's far away. The
Can I
kick order
steal
for
one?
the.
Use a ranged interrupt. Just
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you're right. Okay, fine. Kick order on the casting ad is Loopy, Dat, Shuttleton, and then any of the warriors. So that's 4. So we should be totally fine. So warriors becoming the 4th.
I'm confusing CDs. Yeah, so
so
are you
there's that.
talking?
We can
You might be
focus on
talking
the
about
ads,
Grimoire
soak
Felguard,
the
but
files. The orbs don't need to
You
be
can-
done
you'll
fast.
see-
They really don't do much damage, but when they're empowered in the like 3rd phase, the lines between the orbs and the line not between you, between the orbs and the lines that spin because they start spinning. If you touch those, you will die, and we won't be able to do the mechanic. You can take like 15 seconds doing orbs. The other thing is like if you're a melee and like 2 ranged have it, and there's one by melee, like let the melee get it. If there's like if 2 people go to the same orb, like let's go somewhere else.
is you
don't all start
basically
at the same
have
orb.
like Decimating Bolt and Vile Fiend are more
and
going to be
then
more or less on the same cooldown. They're
Oh,
like
it's
10
just a
seconds
damage
apart. But you have plenty of time. You have like a big window that you can do
I
this. You're
think
only going to
that's
fit
everything.
one Vile Fiend in between each Tyrant. So you can anywhere in that window you can use it. If you have a bunch of demonic core procs, like use those first and then use it. Like you don't have to use this off cooldown. You have a time window. Basically, as long as you use
Yeah,
this,
We, like, take our
and
center,
Grimoire
if you can't move it
Felguard
back there for orbs, it's nice,
has at
but
least 45
just
seconds
everyone has to
on
dodge the
its
lasers.
cooldown still, you're fine. That's the only criteria. Is because you basically
It's not
ideally
the
want to be
lasers
using
between the
this
people, it's the
and
lasers
this
between
back
the
to
orbs
back.
or
You want to
on
use
the orbs.
Grimoire Felguard and Vile Fiend back to back. Hopefully that makes sense.
Polaris, okay, perfect. We are gonna pull.
So
Remember
they're
for
using- we're using
soaking
Horn
everyone,
Nightmare.
including melee. For the
I need to
files,
get like a little
it's
add-on
better
because I know
double
people
soak
end
than
up
for both
joining
of you to
late
walk
and then
out
I
in the
feel
last
like I
second.
feel bad having to repeat myself. Nice. Okay, we got a good PI here in the opener. I'm just gonna double hand, Tyrant, Decimating Bolt, just to buy some time for the trinket.
Soak says 3. Job. Okay, that's the orbs. This one by melee.
Ryan 3.
So like right here, I'm going to use Vile Fiend just because I have nothing else to use right there. Basically, anytime you're in a point in your rotation where you're only spamming Shadow Bolt,
Stack these
that's where you
together.
can fill in all these other
Yes,
things,
okay,
right?
good.
When you have
AMC
kind of like
Sean.
wiggle room with
Not
when you
both
can
of them.
use it. So like, if I have like
Close to power
Dreadstalkers or
killing
Demon
ads.
Core procs, I want to prioritize using that
Also, we're
over.
soaking.
I'm gonna stay out actually because
Healers, can you take a second open?
Yes.
Open 4.
Do the orbs. Here's the other.
so we have about 10 seconds here on our burst cooldown. I'm watching my health trinket. So I'm gonna build up to 3 shards here,
So
and then I'm gonna pop it.
stack these together. Skull Mana's gonna be your AMZ.
Use mine on the last one.
Still there. I need DK.
I use mine.
Okay, okay.
Open 3.
This should be a big tyrant here actually. That was timed
Do
really
the orbs
well.
where you're killing the ad. Good, next up. Soaks. Soaks. They bounce twice right now.
It's kind of
Open
bad.
3, Ryan. Open
I
3.
stacked. Messed up some of the.
I can't.
It is
Could have
fine.
had a little bit better uptime right there. I got kind of focused on the circles.
Oh, lost. Soaks.
That was a really good tyrant we had going. That re tyrant.
Travis, you're gonna shout for the next ad spawn thing.
Okay. I'll do next dams.
Go ahead and
Oh,
decimate.
if you
and
have
go
it over
here.
here, we'll just use AMC. Orbs. Aardvark. Go to the orb mechanic. No.
Open, get
Okay.
your open.
Cannot hit 3.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop demonic strength.
Travis shout soaks.
Getting
We're
this one.
Ryan, open 4. Healer, big dam.
I'm gonna hold Vile Fiend here for 1 second. 15
You need to
seconds.
push boss hard here.
15 seconds till we have
Ryan,
big
get ready to
damage.
open 3 as soon as you can.
I'm
Focus the
also
boss
gonna
for a
hold
second, not that.
Dreadstalkers.
No, okay, we wipe. That's fine.
Oh damn.
My fault.
Yeah, it happens. Ranged who aren't Sabbath and or Sun Picks and Jeddah, you really need to
Who
Yeah,
says
we
we all
run back,
Necrolord?
it
I'm
might be
carrying.
okay.
I mean, yeah, I think most people are
if
actually
you
Night
want, you can say
Fae.
that. If you need to repair.
If you
Ranged
did like
who
a
aren't,
poll,
some
I
people-
think
two
most people are
in
probably
casters,
Night
like, you need
Fae.
to be soaking is your #1 priority. Minus doing like orbs.
He's coming to open the mirror.
Can you
right
show your
now.
talents real quick? Yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry if I'm a little bit delayed, guys. I'm just kind of watching the fights to make sure. So I'm
This
gonna be
one's
a
the hole in the wall.
little bit late on chat here.
Right?
And then we're running Horn Nightmare.
Maybe. If you get sins on you, that's the orb mechanic where you have to go to the
Oh,
orb.
it doesn't let me show my
And
conduits
like I
while I'm
said, it's
dead.
really important you don't hit the laser between the orbs or you will die. It's okay if you take 59 seconds to do it.
Yeah, I think my issue
But
is
if you get hit
missing
by
the
the laser
second
and proc,
Vile
you'll
Fiend
probably die
cast
and
by
you
a
can't
few
do it.
seconds to the normal rotation. Yeah, it takes some timing. I honestly, like, it took me a little while to kind of practice. It's easy in the opener because everything's off cooldown, right? So you can just use everything, and then to figure out how
need to come
you
around
have
to
to
it.
time things leading
someone
into the
needs to.
second tyrant and like make sure everything lines back up took a little bit of practice. I literally just sat in front of the target dummy and
That's right.
practiced a bunch.
Yeah,
Well,
Alec, did you
it's
rage
opening
bait?
now.
Sometimes it doesn't sync up so well and you use your shards. So what I'm watching for basically is this trinket right here. Is what I'm watching for my reopen. So in the opener, because since we're not running the health boost on the Necrolord because of double potency conduits in the other tree, I'm casting my HP trinket when I do my intro demon bolt, that hard cast demon bolt. Then we go into our Grimoire Felguard, Vilefiend, Dreadstalkers, and then 5 shards, and then 2 hands. And then I go into Tyrant. That's like basically as many imps as you can get up, maintaining the health trinket through that entire thing, and then you Tyrant off of all those big imps. But if you use your health trinket like with Grimoire Felguard, it's actually up for a few seconds longer. It can be real hard to get that timing perfect every time you go back into that opener, just because if you end up using, like, you can technically fit in a second demonic strength, but it gets like a little bit tight, right? Like if you use it 2 seconds later, like it kind of messes up the timing, because you ideally want to use your DPS trinket right at the beginning because of pairing it with your Tyrant. So you don't want to have it be too delayed. So it gets a little bit touchy. You got to kind of mess up. What's up, Bluff? How you doing, man?
The dot that the boss does.
Okay.
Any RBG demo tonight?
Hit the boss.
Probably not tonight. We'll see. We'll see how raid goes. We'll see. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to be on after raid, if at all. But soon. I like that idea. We'll definitely do it. It'll be a lot of fun. They create Sanctified Soul from 4% to 5%. You think it would change something? Yeah, I think it would be. I think it would be pretty close.
Oh God, what do we do? When we start draining 1 and 3 immediately.
Because that scales per all your minions, right? I think it would be on par. I mean, Sacrifice Souls might even be good when we start getting into higher eye levels.
When she starts draining 2, you
because
drain
of
1.
how
do you also drain 3,
much Demon Bolt and Shadow Bolt scale with our int compared to like how much our health scales with demonic consumption, right? That's the two things that you're comparing.
I will drain 3 at like 90% just to get that like 12 anima out there. I will sometimes also drain 4. As soon as she swaps off a locked one, I always drain that immediately.
Okay. When you say like 2 canisters the first time, I'm gonna use
Soul Conduit sounds like it would pair really well with that legendary. Is Grimoire that far ahead? Short answer is yes. Short answer is yes, just because demonic consumption is very strong right now.
I want Soul Zare doing the first AMS for the thing.
Sounds good.
Hey Tom, thanks man, I appreciate that. Big $10 super chat, thanks homie, I appreciate it. But yeah, the Grimoire Felguard is just very, very strong, paired with like the 2-minute trinket setup is just very good right now. I'll show you my damage split after this, but you'll see our Tyrant is like a big chunk of our damage done because of demonic consumption. So when you actually take like the value, I would honestly say Inner Demons might be the only like alternative that would be worth it.
If you die without using
I don't like Soul Conduit. I'm not a big fan of Soul Conduit. I talked about this before, but you can technically, like the way Soul Conduit timing is, you can actually gain if you a portal. Is that what you said?
Cookie.
Yeah.
A portal drops cookies.
Oh, I just dropped them, guys. Come on.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah, it's okay.
Just kidding.
I'm a Fury Warrior. Get it right. Thank you very much.
I loved your Hound spec. Why don't you use it now? We might be able to use it with the double conduits coming out.
Okay, pull some of the lasers for
we might be able to use it. I also really like that spec a lot, and I think
people go into it,
some of this stuff is going to require
someone else is in it. If 2 people go
full
in it,
soul binds and potency conduits. It's going to require some things unlocking for a lot of these things to kind of get on par with each other, I think. Because we don't really have everything accessible, right? We don't have certain soul binds accessible. We don't have like the bottom. Oh, what the hell?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Okay, so we popped our health trinket. So then we're gonna go Imp Pot, Vilefiend, Dreadstalkers, 5 shards. I might even be able to fit in like one more. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm a little bit ahead, so I'm gonna go Decimating Bolt into Demonic Strength. That's like the big opener right there. You guys can watch that back if you want. That was it. We nailed it right there. And you see our single target. We're like at 9k DPS right now.
Orbs. Kobe, go do the mechanic.
Let me try and dump some shards. Hand and dogs. Vilefiend's coming up here. I'm gonna dump these procs. Vilefiend.
I'm popping Fire Mastery.
So now this next Vile Fiend, I need to hold. Whoa, that was weird.
Okay, stack together.
Screen
This is
froze.
Soulzer's AMZ.
I can also pop Decimating Bolt here, but I want to make sure I use up my
On the outs. Soak the bottles. Perfect.
use my Demonic Core procs, and I don't overcap on those. I'm also gonna go ahead and Demonic Strength here. We have the mob stacked. I'm gonna also Fellstorm off that because they're still stacked. Chain them back
Orbs are
to
coming
back.
out. Do the mechanic.
Do this. I'm holding Vile Fiend. We have 15 seconds. See, I'm watching my health trinket down there in the bottom right. That's my timing for my burst again. So I basically want to, when that comes off cooldown, I want to have 3 shards. I'm going to pop Dreadstalkers here. Ooh, this is kind of sketch. That was really bad.
Stack
Okay.
together. This is Skullman's AMZ.
Pop the health trinket. That was a little bad there. Could trying to do that mechanic.
3, Ryan.
We'll be able to go 2 hands, and I
Orbs.
should.
Move away if you can. And around that.
We should be okay on time here. That was a little tight, but we'll be okay. Pop the second DPS trinket there.
Soaks. I got the one in melee. Soaks again. Sorry, we're in double soak phase. Good, drain that one. Good.
Okay, I'm going to try and use both shards here because we're going to keep getting them. So it's real important. I'm just trying to really make sure I spend my shards. Sorry, not my shards, my Demonic Core procs. You guys see how many we keep getting? The reason you get so
Orbs,
many right at that
containers.
window is because
If you do
all
orbs
of your
correctly, you
imps
will
that are
die.
extended all die at the same time. So it's really important during
This
those
is
windows that
Hammer
you
Diablo
prioritize dumping them as fast as you can because they're going to keep popping up. Because our imps have like whatever that is, a 10% chance. And you'll have double dogs. Actually, your dogs will stack up.
Ryan 4. 2 again.
Loopy, do you have AMZ?
Yeah.
I'm actually going to hold
Good, drop
Demonic
a shout.
Strength here for in case we get...
Cute. It's a lot of healing cooldown. Okay, on the outs.
Okay, I'm going to
Take your
Fellstorm
time.
here as well.
Do the
Do
mechanic.
4 again, Ryan. Real quick.
I
Use
can't
the
get there.
mechanics.
Wiggle. Click the far right one.
Thank you.
12
Good call out.
seconds.
Click 3 as soon as you can.
5 seconds on cooldowns.
Fear is Kogi. I'm arm mastering. Soaks.
It's going to be kind of a scuffed one here, but it's okay.
Taunt back quick.
Kind of scuffed. I missed my,
Yeah.
my crit trinket there, but the mechanics kind of made me have to move.
Orbs.
I probably could have done that a little bit better,
you will
though.
dodge.
We'll see.
We're gonna kill the boss.
Vile Fiend, Demonic
Sarah, just
Strength.
Come back and heal. Stack these two. Liam, shout.
See, we're getting so many procs there. Like, I'm spamming it off of global cooldown without overcapping on shards. It's still tough. You can't get through them all.
Soaks. We're gonna kill the interrupt ad, okay? Interrupts. Kill boss.
Nice.
Good job.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
maybe.
nice, nice.
Oh, it disappears.
Let's get prideful.
Am I using double on
That was
use?
cool. That
Yeah.
was good. Really
We
good
are
job on
using
soaks, good
double
job
on use
containers.
trinkets.
We're gonna have to practice the orbs.
We'll get loot someday. Are demonology summons health based on your health or your it's based on your health? Rotation's
Oh,
more
we are
challenging with
into
sacrifice souls.
Artificer.
You need to accumulate demonic core, stacks, tyrant, decimating bolt. Yeah, it definitely requires a little bit better management, and
Actually,
it's
let's head to Sun King.
the thing that
No, we'll do Artificer.
I like is that it's a completely different play style. The way that I play this Tyrant setup is not the same way I would be playing if I'm playing Sacrifice Soul, because you basically are prioritizing your demonic core procs and you're prioritizing stacking minions, right? So it's like imps, whatever it is, just quantity of minions for that buff. So it's completely different priority system, even though you're playing the exact same spec, which is pretty cool how different it plays. On single target, I'd rather not, but then I'm still kind of locking on demonic core procs. I missed the first part of that. I'm not sure what you mean. Let's repair here real quick. Improved Felguard is superior as it provides consistent boost. People are doing demo with Necrolord. I'm demo with Necrolord.
Loopy, I got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so if for those of you guys, if you guys haven't seen the video, I did a video called The Biggest Tyrant, and I go over this. I use a different trinket in the video, but basically you use a health trinket from PvP, and you use a DPS trinket that's ideally on a 2-minute cooldown. You can use a haste trinket, you can use an int buff trinket, anything, but you basically precast this with all your minions. They get a big amplified health pool. Then when you summon your Tyrant, if you time it right, your cooldown, your trinket cooldown's off cooldown, because this will put, if when you use this, it puts this on a cooldown.
No, you have to keep that just in case.
So then you basically have amplified health from your minions that gives a bigger demonic consumption buff. Then you buff that buff with a DPS trinket, because your Tyrant scales off of your current stats.
You can't ever miss Nate.
So if you look at like the highest parses, that's people are using that strategy that I did in that video. It's like that's all about timing those two trinkets. Most people are running Wilfrids, so basically you do that setup every other Tyrant, and then you ideally are casting enough to be able to get like one Tyrant.
Yeah, we're fine. I want to hit this one. Cool.
How'd that feel?
That didn't really hit hard. I'm kind of confused.
No, I mean, like, how did it feel to step on the trap?
I feel like being a minute DPS again. Trap's
Good,
coming
right?
out. Purple, can you shout? Thank you. Trap. Oh, you can stun these guys with the.
By the way, I think even with Sacrifice Souls, Horror Nightmare would still be better than Demon Bolt Legendary. It's possible. I've thought about that, because every time it procs, you basically are gaining, because you're getting 3 free imps, right?
Wing trinket?
Every time it procs, you're getting 12% bonus damage for 15 seconds. So it's a third the
so I can just
value.
leap on someone for fucking 10
But it
0.5K?
also, you could have 2 or 3 procs in a period of time, and then if you extend them with Tyrant, like it would make your Tyrant windows stronger.
Bonus verse, though, if you do that.
Not to mention you're having increased damage from imps, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of math there.
Actually, you're already a rep
There's
high,
a lot of math to figure out if that's actually true, but yeah, I feel you. You could play Sacrifice Souls build with Horn Nightmare, and if you do lose any DPS, it would be very, very minor by comparison to using Veil Spiders. Very, very close, right? Why no Twitch account? I do have a Twitch account. I do have a Twitch account, but what ends up happening is that most everyone is watching from YouTube, like is you know subbed or whatever on YouTube and seeing stuff on YouTube. So the vast majority of people watching are watching on YouTube. I used to stream on both at the same time, and it just, my computer was having issues, which I'm sure most of that was my computer, not like the program. But I figured it's just easier to stick to YouTube. The video's also VOD to YouTube. It's easier from like a chat perspective. I feel like it's just better quality for you guys if it's on YouTube rather than trying to stream on Twitch, considering like all my content's on YouTube, you know what I mean? Legendary using?
No,
yeah,
we're doing Artificer. We'll take probably a break for Sun King, and people can swap talents as well there.
Using Horn Nightmare. We just upgraded this today. I also should have enough, I mentioned this at the beginning, but I should have enough Soul Ash to make, I'm going to make Demonic Synergy. So I did a poll. I don't know if you guys are, how many people actually watch that stuff, but I'm pretty active on like the community tab. I think it still pops up for you guys like on a normal feed, but with polls, and like I do whatever we do in the polls, I do those. So like if people vote on like what legendary to craft, whatever wins is what I craft. So We've done that a few times. It was basically split right down the middle with people either wanting me to upgrade Horn Nightmare or people wanting to see Demonic Synergy. It was like 54 to 46% or something. Like it was pretty close. So I think we upgraded Horn Nightmare, and then I think I'm gonna have enough Soul Ash after doing Torghast to make level 1 Demonic Synergy to test that out, because I think there might be some viability to it with double potency conduits. I think is going to be impactful for a Demonic Synergy playstyle. I also think there might be some ways to play around it and some talent builds and stuff that might be actually viable in a PvE situation. And I know it's our strongest one. At least it seems like it would be from like everything I can tell when I've kind of gone back through and looked at damage meters and stuff. Oh, who was it that was asking about the Felguard thing before the fight? Let me show you how the damage breakdown is. Like that last fight, we did 5100 DPS, Imp Fireball, and our Tyrant, our top two. This breakdown like this is almost exactly like this every single fight. These two are neck and neck. Some fights Tyrant will do a little bit better. Some fights Imps will do a little bit better. I'm running Horn Nightmare, so I would think that Imps should fall slightly above Tyrant just because we're going to have more Imps out over the course of the fight. But the damage breakdown is almost always these two, about 15 or so % of my damage. And the reason is because we're doing everything we can to basically amp up that Tyrant as much as possible. You can see like how hard the Tyrant's critting for 15k at some points in that fight. Like it's absolutely massive. So that's the playstyle that we're playing around that seems to be doing the best consistently. The other thing that's really good about playing around this Tyrant build is that on high mobility fights, assuming you can get off the Tyrant is not going to die from like raid damage or anything like that. So if a lot of your damage is really reliant on Tyrant, as long as you can get that lead up to the Tyrant and the Tyrant off, a huge portion of your damage is basically insured, right? It's basically for sure going to go off once you get it casted, then you're fine. So if you have mobility and stuff, or you get mechanics, you have to run stuff out of the raid, whatever it is, it's not going to hinder your DPS like it would if you're playing like Bale Spiders, for example, and then the buff falls off because you had to run out of the raid and stuff like that. It doesn't hurt you as bad playing this setup. It's a little more forgiving. I don't care where you stream from. It's great seeing Demo streamer. Yeah, I figure I might try and do restream again, but it like 95% of people were watching on YouTube anyway. I feel like YouTube is in the process of becoming a bigger platform for streaming in general. All of my other content is here. Like I was just only using Twitch just to whenever, I would stream, and a lot of my stuff I do is just upload. So I felt like it's easier for you guys just to have one place to look to see if you like are trying to see content or be notified or whatever, rather than having to like, if he's streaming, I'm going to look at Twitch, and if he posts a video, I'm going to look on YouTube. I thought it just made more sense since so much of what I do is really more YouTube videos than it is streaming. We'll see. The Twitch Prime aspect is definitely nice though. It's cool being able to do that. I'll still probably stream some on Twitch, but I don't know. I also don't like on Twitch, like I can't put a thumbnail. I like having the thumbnails kind of like organizing the streams and stuff. I don't like that it's just like a picture, like a screenshot of the stream live. I like being able to have the thumbnails to like differentiate different streams and things like that.
Probably just move
Is the second hand proc from Legendary Pop Imps 2? Yes. So when you have Horn Nightmare and it procs, there's no visual for you to notice, but it'll do the Handigal Dan damage twice, and you'll get 6 imps. I got a proc, I think, right there. But you'll get 6 imps, assuming you cast a 3-shard Handigal Dan, you'll get 6 imps for that one cast. And say my Handigal Dan does 1,000 damage, it'll basically do 1,000 damage, 1,000 damage, but visually you only see one Handigal Dan. It doesn't, it's not visually, you can't notice
the thing
it.
you move out for.
The thing I move out for, the blade suck in thing. I fuck that up every week, dude. I can't get the timing. I always wait for Ethan to say, okay, go in now. And every time I do it, I just explode and die.
It's
I was
probably
talking about
because
the Night Fae mine, like the Night Fae bulb-looking mine that you just stood in. That's what I was talking about there.
Oh, I thought I moved. Oh.
Coach, it's probably because I'm at a different distance from it than you. Like the rule of thumb is you want to be like in the portal if there's 2 or fewer seconds. So like when it hits 2 seconds, I just take my hands off my keyboard and get sucked in.
Okay. I'll try that strategy.
I will be doing my best to call out. If you're like a demon hunter or a monk and can just ignore it, just ignore it. If you're a wheelchair like me, you're gonna have to do the mechanic. Let's see.
MGodX is my friend from my guild. He's 2.6 rated. Demo. I've watched his some of his VODs. I haven't caught his stream live, but I've actually watched a couple of his VODs. Yeah, he's very good. I like his content.
Yeah, give him the BFA one.
I followed him on Twitch. It's like a week or so ago. I looked him up. Someone else had told me there's another like 2.4 rated Demonology
If you're an alchemist, you
that
can
I was
hold on to
talking
this
to, and he's
we'll
like, yeah, you
find
should
out
check out
later.
MGodX. I was like, cool,
Also,
look him up.
Lar told me that like alchemy skill
He was
of
playing
1
with
gives you double
the
class
games I was
bonus,
watching.
so,
I
like,
think he was.
If you're not using a profession,
Was he playing with a Holy
like, drop
Pally
it,
or
take out
Resto
the
Shaman? I
alchemy,
can't
it'll
remember.
be a lot better.
But
Cool,
they're
so
good
this fight,
games.
Good markers there. I think everyone's seen this fight.
Good evening. I'm
You
enjoying
get,
your videos.
like,
Hey,
only
good evening to
differences.
you.
The big difference
The
from Heroic is
Somber
at the feet of range,
Somber
the traps
Sky.
will spawn. If you hit the
Somber
trap,
Sky or
you will be,
Sombersky?
hostile and stunned and take damage, and we have to hit you to break you out, and that's bad. It's just like the Ghost MC. I'm just gonna call out.
You guys like the sword transmog?
If you need to use like bubble or AMS or like anything to live, like use it to live first off, and then like just tell me it's down if I call for it. If you get the blue dot in phase 2, use it personal because it fucking slaps.
There's also a
every
Russian
phase,
guy,
the melee
Yasha,
with
but
your
he's mostly
wormhole
playing
is going
twos.
to drop it at square. The big first 2 phases range
Yeah, I'll have
goes
to check him
star,
out.
and the 3rd phase you go to triangle. That's it. The beams on the floor kill you, so watch out for them. Don't be near the tank, who will be in like the north.
I like watching the other guys play because it's funny because you kind of develop different play
Do you want to
styles
do the melee seed because Quan's not here?
because of like demonology being so weird and like
then,
the
Rat's
talents
good.
change the play style so much. Like people play pretty different
In
even though
phase 1
everyone's
with the
playing demo.
ghosts, when you get targeted by the ghost, if it's near you, they are rooted for like 1.5 seconds. So you can run around them to get to the wormhole. Just don't run through them or you'll be MC'd. And like I would just hop in the wormhole very fast. Just don't get MC'd. Any questions before we go?
I don't know if you mentioned it for the new people, but the traps look like little white.
All right, guys.
Just, so that's
The goal.
Yes.
Are you gonna call order for?
The goal in this fight is to not die to the sword suck. Okay, we've died to that so many times. Where's my water?
I'll just do it on the fly.
Sounds good.
You know what? Let's stand up for this one. Oh, wrong way.
Everyone is ready. We are gonna pull. I'm gonna regret saying this, but good job not pre-pulling tonight so far.
Yikes.
We don't have a zoom. No sneaky rogue.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so proud.
So I can actually get 2 full hands right here.
Traps. Range, yeah, try to be far from melee so we don't have to deal. Like, they spawn under your feet. Watch your feet for Rift Blast. Watch out for the traps. And we have Spooky Ghost coming.
I need to start dumping demonic core procs here. Oh no.
I'm gonna soak these.
Damn, that kind of hurts our deeps right there.
Yeah, range, if you can, back up for this phase. Watch your feet. Hear it.
Okay, I'm gonna hold demonic strength here. I probably could have used it, but we were a little bit late.
We have to hit Ox for he's coming from the back. To range turn and hit him. Good. Wiggles, will you please clear the traps with the turtle?
Okay, 15 seconds.
Oh, never mind. Do the mechanic. Sorry.
Got it.
Thank you. That was unlucky.
Jesus, dude, what the hell?
Watch your feet, melee.
Okay, 3 shards. I'm
has
gonna
a
go
spark.
into another.
Great job on Seeds, by the way. Kogi has it. Use Karma.
Oh,
Watch your feet. Skullman has it.
we already just got 4 demonic core procs like instantly.
Seeds. Come inside.
So right here, I can't.
Skullman, can you
I
set
can't
these
take
traps?
my. I can't take my circle here.
Move in range, healers.
Cast Vile Fiend. Nice. Okay, I can.
It's on Kogi again. Watch your feet. It's on Purpler. Sorry, Gord. Someone needs to soak the trap by the wormhole. Thank you.
PI.
Nate, do you still have bubble?
It's a little bit early, like 30
This is
seconds
going
early.
to
In
triangle.
It's okay.
Arranged. I was actually gonna have you save it, but this works.
Basically, I have 20 seconds.
Okay, we're running away. Keep running. Go in now.
Nice. Okay, I'm actually gonna hold Dreadstalkers and stuff here for like a big burst. 2,
Let's be as
3,
Watch your feet.
1,
Range, push back for traps if you
2,
can.
3, 1, 3. Tyrant.
We're just gonna ignore these traps. Range, you can come center yourself.
I'm gonna get a bunch of procs here.
Travis, jump please, we're running away. Go in. If a DK can clear the trap by a portal, that'd be great. Thank you.
Right here, I'm just trying to get little movements towards the right
Careful, there's another
direction.
trap by the portal. Just trap
Every
it
time
in
I'm
front.
using a demonic core proc, the global cooldown.
There's the boss. Watch your feet. Good job, keep healing though. Good job guys, that was super good. 1 MC and no traps is perfect.
Nice. We did good there. 4,400 DPS. I think that's a record. So let's look at that breakdown. Yeah, see, Tyrant chunked right there, man.
Someone grab the extra flasks.
Yes, take them if you can.
Oh!
Cool, they're gone. Oh, I'll rest people. That's important.
Dude, this is actually a pretty good upgrade. That's a eye level upgrade. Eye level upgrade, and it has haste on it. Our other belt was mastery verse. So this is actually really good. Really try and prioritize
Assassin.
stacking haste as much as I can.
Yeah, help the assassins. We're gonna clear.
You're on
to,
fire tonight?
Sunken.
Thanks,
We'll be
man.
taking our break.
I can link you guys the logs as well, because I
to
think,
change stuff, so.
let me see, actually I might have spoke
Priest, if
too
you have to
early. Let me
change
see if we have them.
conduits.
If you guys want to watch the logs, we like live log. Oh, ought to run into a pack. We live log. I don't really look at them until after the raid, but if there's fights you guys want to go back and see, that's them right there.
This shit.
A very sad, lonely man.
Like, there have been so many.
Can you inspect the DK named Skullman? Yeah.
Like the one where you're gonna stab your friends.
My inspect window doesn't go. I
like
think I have to go
giant
wide.
other,
Let's
like, where
see
you're
if
gonna
this
stab
pops
your
up for you.
friends. Watch other ones.
Yeah, I see it. I
I
have
do miss elevator
swap to the
bosses.
wide setup here for a second. What talents and Lego he's using? He's using
Project TBC.
the Obliterate legendary on his shoulder, it looks like. And he's running these talents. You can see all this, right, Zane?
Yeah. Wait, can you not?
This is the talents he's running.
So is everything.
It's raid loot. Why don't you mouse over it and let us know?
If you want me to relook him back up or open his stuff again, just tell me.
Oh, wait, you can't? That's so stupid. Unlucky, get trolled.
A free bag.
Well, WoW run on a $350 Dell? Probably not. I mean, you could run it. You'd have to play everything probably on really low graphics. Shadowlands is kind of graphically intensive compared to previous WoW expansions because there's just so much,
I don't know what the
so much
downside is of that,
like depth to
making
every
it like a 40
character's
slot bag or something.
spells that they're
It's too much
casting.
fun if the players
And if you
gamble.
times that by 25 people in a raid, it's just a lot of stuff going on. So it can get a little bit overwhelming. That's good. Good Fellstorm. Look at that. You see that?
Or if
OP.
it was like a 69 slot
The best
bag,
fe-
but it takes
oh,
up
no.
5 slots.
Yes.
I swear I got stuck on the stairs.
That is like crying. Way too much.
Somber sky like the air. I get it. I get it. I always play Affliction. Been playing AF for years and years. I'm not a huge fan of this expect. Play style is good to see. Demo viable is fun to play. I mean, it's
Like never fought her here.
if you're like an Affliction main, I feel like Demo would be a fun spec to have to like keep it fresh. You know what I mean? To like keep it where you can you don't feel like you need to go and play a different class to kind of like shake things up.
It's hard being an arcane mage, isn't it?
Like I played Marksman Hunter at the beginning of BFA, right? And I would love playing like survival because I could play the same character, use basically all the same gear. I was still geared, but it was like so different in playstyle that it was like very refreshing. And then you could go back and be playing Marksman and, you know, go back and be fresh because it's just the playstyles are so different. I feel like Demo's the same kind of thing. Demo's such a unique playstyle.
I think.
What's your opinion about Demonology for PvP? I love Demo in PvP. We did I think it was my last upload or the one before is a VOD of, we were doing arenas the other day. If you want to check that out, we were doing, I think I was doing just threes. I don't think we did twos.
Please drop a summon thing. And if you're going just like.
But I really
yourself,
enjoy
have someone
Demo in
come quick you, help
PvP.
each other. And I'm gonna start the break. You know, we're gonna have a 6.
What realm do I play on? We play on Bleeding
Hollow.
Hollow. Here's my
Thank you.
conduits we're trying out for this run.
Yeah. Go do whatever you do for an extra minute.
Oh, I forgot I was on widescreen
If you're
here.
not breaking, help people click their portals.
Here, let me do this. There. Oh, we can leave it on the widescreen actually while we're in the intermission.
Dread Michonne.
Yeah, but I think
Also, they're
Demo
like, I don't
Demo
know
is
how much
good
that
with
costs, but I wanna say
specific
they're like a
comps. I
gold
feel
each or
like
something, like, they're just super
No,
cheap.
the potions aren't like
I've
expensive.
enjoyed playing threes with. I think Resto Shaman is very, very good pairing with us in Arena in general. Holy Paladin I know is also a comp that people like running a lot. And then running that with like a Ret Pally was really fun. I was running like Resto Shaman, Demo, Ret Pally. I like that comp a lot. It can also be really fun running with a Warrior because Warriors are strong and they have some good defensives as well. I want to try running with a Hunter. I haven't tried that yet, but I could see like Resto Shaman, Demo Lock, Hunter, and it could honestly be kind of like any spec Hunter. I could see BM being good in situations. I could see Survival being good in situations, and I could see Marksman being good. It'd be kind of fun to play like Demo BM, right? And get like just run like a massive pet setup. Would be kind of fun. Can I still play with you even though I'm on Hakar? Yeah. We're gonna do well actually I think you can. I'm not exactly sure if like when you do like the groups and stuff, I don't know how many realms are included. But we'll see. One thing I'm gonna do, like we'll do like a little kind of community event thing, is we'll do a Warlock RBG. We'll queue up and run. People mentioned it when we were talking about when we were doing the PvP stream the other day. We'll run basically 3 healers and 7 demo locks. I'll do some stuff like that because that'd be fun. Or we'll just do like normal BGs and run just all demo locks. Some stuff like that would be pretty fun to do. So I'll start putting some of that stuff together. We'll kind of figure out a schedule and play that because I think that'd be fun for a lot of people. And people could we could all be in the same BG and kind of be playing like different builds, you know, all in one BG. I think would be kind of fun. I also we'll have like a little spoiler. Talking with another YouTuber that does Warlock content. So we have some other stuff kind of in the works. He also plays Demo. He's I think Night Fae though. But some ideas of content for you guys there, kind of doing some Covenant comparisons and some different build comparisons and like Mythic Plus and things like that. So some fun stuff that I think a lot of people will be really, really stoked on and will kind of help give you guys kind of information or decide between different specs or talents or legendaries and things like that. I think the conduits and the legendaries are the biggest like questions I get all the time. I think you can party invite through any realm. Yeah, I think so as well. I'm a 184 Demon Hunter. Is Demon Hunter fun? I've gotten wrecked by a couple Demon Hunters in arenas. I feel like it's if they are running like the hunt and then whatever does the sinful brand, those two things seem to do a ton of damage. Let's throw on some of the Katana soundtrack. Where is that at? Yeah, so see, you guys can see when I make the screen wide like this, right? This is what my whole screen looks like. But see, I have everything pushed in. I have it pushed in so that everything is 16 by 9. Demon Hunter is very fun. So, funny enough, I actually thought I was going to main Vengeance Demon Hunter. I played Vengeance kind of at the very end of BFA, like in the pre-patch and stuff, kind of trying out some different specs, and I had so much fun playing Vengeance, but I ended up not doing it. The thing that I like about like Warlock that made me kind of end up picking Warlock is that you have so many options, right? If I don't like Demonology, I have Destro and Affliction. You know, the likelihood that all 3 specs aren't that fun or I don't enjoy is pretty slim. And like Demon Hunter, my only worry was that I only have 2 options, and one of them's a tank spec. So for like PvP or whatever was going to be tough. But
later on we might.
We'll see. I'll probably play by Demon Hunter some here pretty soon.
Flasks and feast mats in the guild bank, and that's great.
The hunt is good with specific conduit.
Need more drums.
So like the Covenant specific conduit like buffs the damage of hunt by a ton. That makes sense.
Break is over in 8 seconds.
So this will be an interesting fight here. So I think
Break is over. The starter check is just see if you're back or not.
there's two ways I could play this. One is just to maximize our damage, and 2 is to actually do as much damage to KT as possible. And if I try and maximize my damage on KT, I kind of need to hold my cooldowns.
Okay, so tonight we only have 2 holy priests. So, oh god, how do we do this? Blaris, I'm gonna have you do yours.
You're gonna do, right?
Something like that. I tried stalling with a longer break so Replicate could get here, but she's still in class, I guess. Blaris, you're gonna do it on pull, and
Tank is
Angelo,
OP when
you're
it comes to
gonna do
PvP.
it, like,
I know
when
it's actually pretty
canisters are
good
dropped.
now.
I'll try to call for
I
it,
know
but,
it's
like,
good now,
when the
but
canisters on the ground, you're gonna do it.
Demon Hunter Tank is
it's
very
relatively-
strong right now in general.
So for this fight, there is a Hectic Ad Cleave, the big boy, Darathos. He should not be killed. We're gonna take him to like, he's the least lowest priority. We're gonna take him to like 20% and sit him there while we pump. Everyone's done this fight.
No
Order's the
Demon Hunter,
same.
just
You wanna
Demo for
kill the
life.
Infusers, occultists, the gargoyle, the assassins, the imps.
Torghast is so fun and easy on Warlock. Love it. I actually
It's
do
really
enjoy
important
Torghast on
pull,
my
the healers
Warlock.
care
I
about
don't
you
like
guys
it on my
killing
other
the kill.
characters.
If you get the red arrow above you, you're gonna get assassinated. Get out of the raid. If you have the castigation circles, spread out, get out of the raid. If you, after like when it's just Darathos left, if
What Covenant?
you
I'm
are, like,
Necro.
a Pally or a monk or anything with hybrid heals, hit them into Kale. Otherwise, please use the pedestals.
One time I had my
trying to think.
pet 345k HP. Dude,
That's it for phase 1.
I was doing
Phase 2, we're all gonna stack up at square.
I was doing
and,
the new Torghast. Did you guys try the new Torghast
phase 2,
today?
we're
That
gonna
gets
be
like
behind
goes
the
up to like
boss.
18
We're gonna
levels.
stack for Ember Blast and then wait if we have to for a little bit and then move. When he
I got
charges you,
my
his
Felguard up to
frontal,
like
I'll call it
650k
bladder.
HP.
We may not move through.
Then I got
through,
one
we might just
shot by
move,
like the dive
further
bomb mechanic.
towards
I was
us
so
right now.
mad.
We'll figure it out.
But
and then we're gonna be dodging the cone
it was
blast.
doing so much damage.
there's
I was doing
an add-on,
45k
we're gonna
DPS
like,
just with my
pass the cleaver,
Felguard
we're
without
gonna focus
even
the
me
boss,
without
and
me even
then
attacking.
Phoenix's DKs, please keep Chains of Icing.
What is that illusion? The weapon is
Jeff,
Necrolord.
Typhoon Loyal
It's the
when it plays,
Necrolord
Trace
weapon
Necrolord,
enchant.
that's perfect.
Undying
Reversals,
Spirit.
all that stuff.
Pretty
We're
cool,
just
huh?
like
I
ignoring
really like it a
pieces
lot.
And hitting boss.
It makes a lot of weapons
Are
look
there
really
any
sick. Where it's like
questions?
it's like it's easier to see kind of here. It's like
We are less,
kind of like
did you guys-
shadowy
so
black running
it wasn't
through it.
right out of the shade phase, was it? Did you
It's the
wait a little bit?
Necrolord stuff though.
Okay. We're gonna
Necrolord
do
weapon
that
enchant
again.
once you get exalted.
Nate, I want you to use Lay on Hands this phase, like on pull, basically once GS is up.
Just made a Maghart
I'll
Orc
use it for
Marksman
the other
Hunter. It's
phase.
so good. I bet Maghart Orc would not be bad with
I think we
Demonology.
should be
Because
okay.
doesn't it increase your
Just
pet's health by
at the
like
beginning,
5% or
please, like,
10%?
get out with your red circles and your red arrows.
Probably be pretty decent.
Oh, also, can I get a PI in addition to Fui?
So I think I'm going to try and save cooldowns here. You think we should save cooldowns for
Yeah.
the KT burn phase?
Oh, I should just throw up the. Oh no, you're saving.
I think I
Yeah,
should.
just do it on pull. Once it
Let's try it that way.
we
Last
already checked.
fight we killed this on progression. I did the most damage to KT. I wasn't top damage in the raid, but I did the most damage to KT. So I think if I save all my
You
cooldowns,
got back right ad. Skullman, you got front right ad.
I think I'm gonna do that.
Heal for. I'm gonna have you
We'll try
hit me on
it.
pull
I
and
didn't try that
stairs.
last time. I think I ran Wilfred's last time, and I think I
You're
like
gonna pull.
did my rotation kind of inverse.
Yes.
All right, let's go, boys. Let's go, and girls.
2, 1.
Lay on Hands, Nate.
Okay, Fellstorm again.
Pistols if you
I'm
can.
actually gonna go ahead and implode right there on that. Oh, they're already dead. See, the thing is, like, everyone pops all their cooldowns right here in the
We're
beginning.
stopping
So,
at
like,
30 or 20.
if I pop all my cooldowns there, they're just wasted. I'm gonna run over to
Keep
one of the
using
orbs
pedestals.
thing, or orb things.
Healers, we have more of these.
Oh yeah. Use your G if you haven't.
Liam, click it, hurry!
Finish Darathos.
Oh, guys, you gotta tell me this shit's
push.
overlapping.
Cool. We're coming to circle.
Okay, so
Sorry,
here.
yes, sorry. Shapes are hard. Everyone come here, we're gonna soak this Ember Blast. Soak, and move forwards. we're just hitting the boss, slowing the phoenixes and cleaving the other guy. Run through, frontal. Run back. Okay, we're on square for the soaks. Soaking. Drop a shout. We're moving. Get ready if we have to move.
Looking for it.
Move
Nice.
through him. Move back. Good. Finish him.
It's on me.
Get the gargoyle. Kill that. We get lost. PI, Andrew shout.
So we're lusting on this, I think, to heal
Okay.
the boss as much as we can.
Remember, infuses a priority. Range DPS during the fiery side. Slow them, stun them.
So I'm gonna kind of cheat over this way for the infusers. I'm gonna drop a gate here. Go ahead and Fellstorm that. So I can, that way I can be over here when the infusers drop on this side, and then I can gate over.
Infusers, okay. We're on the infusers. We're slowing it. Stop on kill, stop on kill. We're doing infusers. Slow and stun. Kill the infusers and then we're pushing. Good, we're gonna push. Try to mop off the ads. Push as hard as you can, healers.
We're going to implode right there. Oh, that was a big implosion.
We're coming to diamond. Okay, we're coming to diamond with all this crap. I know it sucks.
Okay, I popped health trinket there. So this is what I'm going to do, Vile Fiend.
Yep. Stack on square. We're gonna be ignoring ads. We're gonna just be hitting boss. We're stacked on square. Purple shell cleat.
Where the hell is the boss? Where's KT?
Frontal.
Damn, I think we're gonna die here.
Okay, this is fine. Can we get a beer res out, coach? We probably can't, but...
So DPS, please don't touch the shade as we're coming over.
Dude, that fight's so crazy.
I won't
Do
talk,
not release.
But
Do not release.
what's happened both sides
Fight's so crazy.
is
I really like this fight though. It's really fun, but
I
it's
don't
really
have friends,
chaotic.
they're just positioning it, and then it's turning towards raid as it walks over.
This raid encounters where legendary implosion legendary shines. Yeah, I could see that. How do you have it now? Isn't it renowned 32? This specific weapon enchant was from Exalted.
Coach, can you drop the summon stone for the releasers?
Was from Exalted with the Undying Army. I believe. I think it's Exalted. I think I went to the quartermaster person in Orbos and just bought it.
All of you who just went to the feast instead of summoning your bad people.
Make a character on Hakar? We'll see, maybe. Maybe.
There was a frontal. There was too much stuff up. We have to
No
push
girls play
faster,
Demo?
which
Touche,
I
touche.
changed one thing to try to help, but now we have it look good.
So I think something we did last time that worked well was, didn't we just tank the shade, like, weren't we stacked on the side of it so we didn't have to crap?
Yeah, it was more of a parallel line, so we could just like run to the, if we're facing him, we could run to the right to judge the frontal. Was that just a lot easier?
I don't remember, I thought we did something where we didn't have to.
So that's on normal players. On heroic, you won't set them.
I just joined. Are you running Horned Nightmare or Wilfred's? We are running Horned Nightmare for this raid. I'm sticking with Horned Nightmare. We just upgraded it to level 2. So it's 210 eye level. I can show my stuff again.
That was also healers. Like I forgot canisters existed until someone said they were still up. So thank you whoever did that. Blairus, do you mind going second for GA?
I think they're
Okay, replicate.
like died. They can
And then conduits are running. This is the top soulbind plague, divisor, and the necrolord.
Players after. And
Soulbind. We have double
canisters.
conduit. This is the first raid with double conduit, double potency conduit.
Are you wearing PI legendary, Robin? Okay. Robin, PI. Oh god. Robin, PI, me on pull. Heal 4, save yours, and Angelo, save yours. Heal 4, save yours for me after the first one. Angelo, save yours for Fui after
I should
the
try
second
and
one,
implode
after
a
the
little
first
more
one.
on this fight. That's something I'm not very good at, or like pay that much attention to. Are you using add-ons that suggest which
besides, like,
ability
the-
you should use next?
The rest of it,
No.
when people got out, it was good.
No.
The
Oh, let me
dance
change
we
that.
do with Shape Phase
Big
is like
wigs.
Ember Blast. He does a tank cone in front of him. He turns towards us, we run through, he does it, and then we run back before the second tank cone. Yes, players.
I feel like I should put these somewhere else, but it's probably fine.
No. I'll just save it for mine. Yeah, because I have wings to make it bigger. Eat the feast.
No, so this thing that you're seeing here on the left is showing you what abilities I press. So it's so that like, I wish everyone used it that like did content, because like if, for example, like Affliction Warlock, because so many things are instant cast, it can be really hard to figure out what they're casting. If you're not like, it can be hard sometimes.
Oh, is Divine Awakening, Robin? Yeah, okay.
But it's so like you guys could watch the VOD back, and if you want to see like what I'm doing in the opener, or like what I'm doing at this point in the fight, you can look back and rewatch it, and this will show
Phase one
you
was really
all
good,
of the
that took
abilities
us,
I'm casting
like
in
I said,
order.
phase going
If there's a
phase,
gap
just
between the
book it to
abilities, it
square
means
and
like
hit them.
I'm not doing a good job of using stuff on global cooldown. If there's
are
no
gonna try
gap,
to
it means
beat
I'm
the
basically
first-
buffering
first
all my
game.
abilities.
Well, on your kill last week, did you beat the
together
first
well.
diffusers, or did you skip them?
We managed to skip one.
No, we definitely killed them.
Okay. Then we will hold for first infusers, and like as they die, we'll.
What was the proximity add-on? I have Big Wigs, which is like a raid add-on
Okay, we're
that
gonna
tells you
pull.
when certain mechanics are happening, if that's what you mean. I'm gonna save cooldowns here again because the same thing. I think. I think that made the most sense.
We step out with past the gate.
Use DBM. You can't. It's the same thing. I probably should. I didn't. I don't usually use any boss mods, but
We're going to square. Come to
the
square
boys
first.
got mad at
Start
me
out with
for not
castigation.
having
It's kind of rough.
not having raid
Come to
raid
square.
boss or what's it called
Finish
raid
Jared with
add-on.
us first. Come on, we're on square. I know he's over there, melee. Let's wait a second. Okay, soak. Move to the right. Frontal is next. We might have to move. Move. You can just move right or through right now. And we go back to where we were. We're waiting for the blast. We're stacking this. And we're moving to the right. Might have to run through the frontal. Run through. Really good job on that. Knock away Phoenixes if you can. And we're stacked on square again, finishing the boss. Probably one more Ember. So, finish boss. Perfect.
Guys, if you run through, you have to run back through. You can't run in front of the boss.
Yes.
Because that's the whole point of it.
And you shout.
Watch this. Ha! Ha! See, you guys see that?
Tried.
The OP right there. OP! Didn't even take any damage because of whatever it's called, demon skin or whatever.
Pump.
Teleport back. Nice. Big implosion. So I'm gonna stay over here. I'm gonna stay over here for the infusers.
Finish them. And book it to a diamond. Take the lock gateway, this one out. But we're stacking. We're just gonna do exactly
Okay,
what
I
we
have
just did.
5 seconds on KT. Oh, how do I do so much damage to him this time? What the hell?
Melee, just wait for it. I know it sucks, but let the tanks do their thing. I'm soaking. I'm moving a tiny bit.
Tyrant.
Frontal soon. Run to the left. And immediately back. On square.
Nice. Decimating bolt. Come on, execute.
Overgrip that Phoenix. That's unfortunate.
It was
Sack.
me, Mom.
Demonic strength.
Frontal next. Great job, people.
Yeah, the A-bomb on last tick got it. That was my bad.
Boom. There it is, baby. Okay, so
Spinny hands, slappy hands. is
if
what
you
it's
see the damage meters, we're 5, right? We're 5th on the damage meters, so it doesn't seem like that would be that solid. But let's see. Damage done to KT, right? Damage done to KT. Shade of KT, 501,000 damage done. 500,000 damage done. 500,000 damage done just to KT. Let's look at everyone else. 300k. 272. Get out of here. 399. Get out. 399. 345. Your boy blew up KT. Right? Next time though, I'm gonna pad the meters like everyone else and just cleave the shit out of all the mobs. But you see, like, I hold the cooldowns there. Like, we don't do the most damage done in the whole fight, but we do really effective damage on KT there by saving our big Tyrant Burst for those KT windows, because you basically have it up for like half of the KT, you know, portion of the fight. Which is, I mean, that's when you need to kill him. If that phase lasts too long and you have to do that dance crap like 10 times, it's really, really tough, and you fill up the whole room. So it's like we literally did 30% more damage to KT than anyone else. Do you think the Demo needs any buffs? Not overall. I think I would like some of the talents to get buffed, so there was some more viable options. Like the talents are legendaries, but like I feel like overall my damage is fine, right, with this build. I just feel like right now I can't really play any other builds in raid. I feel like this is just definitely the strongest. And it would be ideal to be able to play a couple different builds, you know?
Priests, you guys gotta swap back. Like conduits and stuff. Okay.
I got some tomes if people need them.
I do as well.
This fight kind of sucks as Demo. I dropped a summoning stone in the back right here if we want to use that too.
Money.
Nice. You can just.
I think the health trinket being viable for damage is garbage design. I mean, I think it's cool. I wish it wasn't as strong, I think, and the other stuff was good, but I actually like, I mean, that's very unique. It's very specific to Demo, right? No other class is maximizing their DPS by using that. But I can see why some people don't like it. I really like how rewarding it is. I mean, doing that setup really requires you to like orchestrate a whole ramp up in a very specific order. And if you mess it up or you can't get it off, your DPS, you know, is hit substantially by not being able to pull it off. Like, I like how rewarding it is when you are able to pull all that off and do everything in sequence with the HP trinket. But it requires, I mean, it's like, it's a lot of work. It's not like, I mean, think about it, if the alternative, right? Okay, if you use just 2 DPS trinkets, very commonly one of them is going to be like a passive trinket anyway. They're not even going to do anything. The fact that we have an option of having a playstyle where we can basically preload all of our like minions with a bunch of bonus health, and then on top of that use like a big damage trinket.
Is kind of cheese, but it works
I like having that option at least. I enjoy it, but I can see why some people don't like it.
Also, Alec, I was ahead of you until like the last 3 seconds of the fight. I'm kind of sad.
Worst encounter for Demo is Sire. This one's bad too because the guys go invulnerable and your imps just keep attacking them, so you waste a lot of imp fireballs on like invulnerable mobs.
I thought we were gonna need it for one of those Ember Blasts.
What order you kill on council? We'll have to see because we've changed this a few times. I think we do Skull, and then I think this is X. I think we do. I think we're doing Stavros second.
Why?
We'll see. They'll mark it here though. We do Skull X, and then I think Stars the third one.
I don't understand why that one went.
What's the name of the map out on? Yeah, Sexy Map. It's called Sexy Map.
Thankful.
Lets me like you can move the map
Okay,
anywhere.
so
Can like unlock it, move it around.
I think most people have done this on normal. Is there anyone who hasn't done this on normal? Or has a question about like a standing mechanic? Cool. So
Somebody should make proximity chat for WoW.
Stravos,
It'd be pretty cool. I think the proximity chat stuff is always really fun.
Some things to know for Stravos, he's the one that does the
like in Rust.
which means that DPS.
Have you guys been seeing all the streamers playing Rust?
Him and the tank. If you are behind or in front of the boss, you will get hit, and the first one might kill you. The second one definitely will kill you. Let's see. Besides that, there's in the dance intermission there's 6 steps, so don't end early. With Frida, she is dying second, which means she will do a thing just like castigation. Everyone gets a circle, so we just spread out, and then it ticks for damage. I'm gonna aura mastery the first one, and we'll see how much it hurts.
Drop it like this.
And I'm trying to like swap to ads. Is there
So
anything important I'm missing? The Dark
I think
Recital, like,
Wilfred's is
gets you
better on this
marker,
fight, but let's
stack
try
on
and
top
pull
of
it
each other
off
your
with
time,
Horn Nightmare.
Avoid the raid.
I think what I'm going to do is wait till the first attendant spawns.
Yes, there are 6 dance steps.
Once we kill the first attendant, then I'm
Okay,
going to
I'm
pop
gonna press the
cooldowns.
KL, nice.
Because I think usually that kind of bugs out with like the boss going invulnerable and stuff.
How do I turn off fucking like the floating chat boxes? My god. I noticed
Currently
that
developing my own add-on right now. It shows buffs that other players use, like big debuffs kind of stuff.
like when she sum the ads or
That's pretty cool. I wouldn't even know where to start to develop an add-on. It's pretty
Okay,
cool.
remember we're swapping to attendees when they come out. In the
I have
last
12
phase,
seconds
it's
left on
gonna be- or
Flask.
sorry, with waiter ads that come out. I'm sorry, with waiters that come out, range, like dot them and start hitting them. DKs just start gripping them in. It's mostly a ranged job. The last phase with the gargoyles, I believe we are. I think we're gonna lust when it's just Niklas to get him to 50%, and then we'll finish him off from there. Remember to focus the gargoyles when they come down.
Been trying to break 200 eye level, currently 196, Marksman Hunter. Jake, did you find the channel when I was doing Marksman Hunter content originally? Are you an OG? Are you an OG sub, or are you
Right.
are you newer?
Thank you.
Marksman Hunter is pretty fun. I really enjoy Marksman Hunter a lot. For me, I can't play the specs that get super buffed and are very strong. I have a hard time playing. So it's like I played Marksman Hunter in BFA when it sucked,
I'm giving
and like no one thought it was good,
those marks so you can
and
have
still had a ton of
to
fun
be
playing it.
perpendicular to the boss.
Then they buffed the hell out of Marksman, and then everyone starts playing it. I'm like, I don't want to play that
Remember,
anymore.
Shuttle would be on the Kicks for Freedom or all his offers. That's 2 people.
It's 2 people. Have you seen the hunter bug on this?
Not.
They pull one in Bane only.
No, I'm casual. This is my first time for me. Yeah, so I actually started this channel. My hunter that's on the server is actually named Wooey. But yeah, my hunter was like the first character I really started doing content on this channel for. Because I was playing Marksman and Survival a lot back in BFA. Oh, so we're doing Stavros first. Okay, so I'm gonna hold cooldowns here until the first attendant.
Tendi coming.
I had to get first interrupt, but whoever was supposed to be first next.
Should be that next to the Tendi.
I accidentally mashed it.
Okay, Chartle next. Dance is coming out. Get rid of find your partner. Interrupt anyone? Priests empty this. Just start emptying. All priests. Keep dispelling healer. Loop,
You get a bunch of demonic core procs right here.
I can, yeah.
Okay, loop. Use next.
Cool, barely caught that demonic calling.
Tendi. We're facing the boss though. Okay, find your dance
Nice.
spot. Listen to the call.
There it is, baby. We have six dances too, right?
Yes, it's 6.
Sashay left.
So Treadleton's down from the interrupt order. Do you want to replace him with someone?
Yeah, it'll be Dat, and then Skullman, and then Loopy.
I think that's the play is saving cooldowns for right after an attendant pops
Okay, cool.
to help ensure we don't get.
Kill the Tendi. It's front left. Perpendicular melee.
Okay, 20 seconds on burst, so we'll
It's
probably
really
have
hard
one
right
more
now,
attendant and then.
But now we can. Darker Saddle.
Holy shit!
I can get
Everyone's running at me. Get out of here!
Be perpendicular to the group of bosses.
You can interrupt here.
Tendi coming up. Kill the Tendi.
Another interrupt. I get next.
On the Tendi. Settle.
I can get next.
Finish stun rope. So we're on Frida.
I got next.
Tendi coming out.
Decimating bolt here. I
Treasure
wonder if I should
is
implode
definitely
that
DKs ranged
on the attendant. I probably should. I don't know, maybe not.
Not necessarily saying we want to stop it, but we're going to be really low on damage for the next couple of transitions.
I know, or we're not gonna get this kill. I just want to keep seeing it.
Okay.
Spread out. Arm mastered. Make sure we're hitting Frida.
10 seconds on our burst. I'm gonna wait for the attendant and then we'll pop it.
Tendi coming out.
There he is. Implode. I don't think that's worth it. Okay, should be good. Actually, good tyrant right here.
Hit Frida. Purplish up.
Crit trinket. Why am I taking so much
Oh,
damage?
name shout. Sorry. Oh, whoever did it. Oh, no, Andrew already did. Just get a B res on a like a res or like a healer. For any cost, just spam B-res as coach.
It's on cooldown. I
Do you not
can't.
have a visual when I shout, Ethan? I can call.
No, okay, it's going up from someone.
Normally,
Warlock, daddy time, let's go.
I-
What's
I
up, Robert?
don't
How you
have a
doing,
visual
man?
for whose it is, Andrew, sorry. I turned it
no,
off.
I just meant like you were overlapping because mine was literally.
I realize that. Don't release. Do not release.
I only started playing WoW when quarantine started. Hey, welcome. Welcome to WoW. How do you like it so far? I haven't really talked to too many new players. We have a couple players that played Classic, and then this is their first time playing retail Shadowlands.
Yes.
What's see, I've been playing since WoW came out, so I'm like very biased in like WoW. Like WoW is just is like on a pedestal when it comes to MMORPGs. I'm just have played it for so long that it's just everything I compared to it by default now I can't help it. Just finished normal with my guild tonight. Had highest FPS with Demo. It's good to get the high FPS, man. Highest DPS, nice. So you were topping the meters, Rob? That's sick.
Group 3 gets the third.
Gear my Warlock alt right now. You're making me feel good about the choice. Play Demo because Av is just awfully boring. Destro sad memes. Yeah. Demo's definitely up there, man. You can definitely pump with Demo.
Remember, it's 6 stacks, not 4 for the dance. So keep going.
So let's look. I think Fellstorm.
Besides that, Dark Recital the first time was okay, but if you play with Sound on, he says find your partners, everyone. If you hear that, you should start spreading out melee and just get to your partner.
In general, the boss will always be jumping the same.
Yes. Oh wait, that needs to be in the group.
Can you guys stand on the right side then?
They should buff Demon Bolt damage. Yeah. There's a few little things like that they could do that I think would put us in the top handful of DPS from like a overall setup and would give us some more options with our talents. Like Demon Bolt damage increased by 5% or 7%. And I don't think it would be OP. I don't think you go around one-shotting people. I don't think you're going to go around doing exorbitant amounts of DPS. Like,
grab a flask. If you have Recital and you can't get to your partner or something's going horribly wrong, please use health pots, health stones, or defensives. Coach, are you good? Okay, perfect.
yeah, I was eating, sorry. Okay, so we're going to wait for the attendant here.
Star Wars first.
I'm actually also going to save Dreadstalkers.
Good job on the dodge. Around the Tendy.
Like if you're a classic and interrupt just comes back on free dex, so hit that.
Recital's coming out. Spread out melee. Recital. Just dodge swirls. Be perpendicular melee.
Do you need people calling like next kick and stuff?
See, I really like that Tyrant Soul conduit a lot because I feel like it's a really reliable way. I feel like if we could run Wilfred's, dude, I wish I could run Wilfred's and Horn Nightmare. How cool would that be?
Okay, Aardvark, for the dance, there's like a giant beam of light. That's your spot. You have to be in your spot, not someone else's.
Weird, I'm standing. Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally.
Okay. On Traverse. Melee.
Same thing
Take a
here. I'm
second
gonna
to be
wait for
perpendicular. Tendy come.
where?
Tendy melee.
20 seconds
Good
on
job, Leonard.
burst.
You're saddled. And you stop, bro.
I think I need to wait. Should I wait for the other attendant here? Oh, go ahead. Go. We'll go for the gold. Go for the gold. Vile Fiend. Dreadstalkers. Imps. I'm gonna waste a shard here. It's fine.
Then Tendi. Tendi. Okay, IR Mastery, the first big Frida thing. We're on Frida. Another Tendi.
Not even another Tendi.
Tendi. Irvin. Good, hit the servants. Save them. Spread out. Finish the Waiter's Range. Push Frida.
45 seconds on trinkets. I'm gonna go ahead and pop Vile Fiend here again. Decimating Bolt. Maybe get some execute damage. I think all of that went immune. I don't like the whole like immune attendant part of this fight.
Push Frida. Pouring out to kill some ads. Find your spot.
Do you want a DPS up?
Get Koki up. Don't take it till after the dance though. Oh boy. Okay, big kills on Koki. No, he's on the spot. Fun.
It's not giving up that ace spot.
Okay, finishing the waiters. There's a full health one out there. If someone can grab, perfect. And Frida. When it's just Nicholas.
Oh.
So make sure we're on Frida, not him. So waiter in the back ranged. Next big thing she does is attendant coming.
Attendant.
I'm gonna have purplish out. Okay. Players, you're gonna use yourself.
I'm gonna go right after these Dreadstalkers right here into Tyrant. Big Tyrant. If we can grip any of these waiters in, then I'll Fell Storm. Nice. Okay, I'll Fell Storm that.
Waiters. Killer. Great job. Finish waiters lust. Finish that one waiter. We're on Nicholas K. When the car, we kill the Tandy when it shows up. We cleave down the dredgers, and we kill the gargoyle when it shows up.
Probably should have saved Demonic Strength right there.
It's higher priority than Tendi.
No, it's Tandy then Garg. Well, yeah, because we can't kill the Garg if the Tandy's up.
I thought you could.
So you kill the gargoyle before Tendi. Also, I'm
Okay.
lagging really bad.
Kill gargoyle then. Kill gargoyle. Heroes clock.
Reservoir.
Kill the gargoyle. Good. Tandy.
I'm also lagging very bad.
Yeah, I can't see shit right now.
Another Tandy. We switch to that as well. Try to finish the waiter.
Healing Titan 4.
Yep.
Healing Titan's out too. Should be enough spells through.
Okay, push Nicholas, ignore the guys. Try to push him.
I have 15 seconds on burst. I'm gonna save it. Fellstorm here.
Sorry, no, we're killing Nicholas. I'm just hunting flares down. Yeah, wipe it up. That was better.
Damn.
For the most part. Is the mirror up? Okay. Release, repair, run to the mirror. Just run that.
I got that like spike too.
It's fun. I got in with a good group and ended up heroic Nazoth rating within the first month as a Destro lock. That's awesome, man.
Super buggy for me.
I didn't really get to try Nazoth too much.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, the Tendi only puts the bubble on the boss, and the Gargoyle fucking slap.
Just leveled the Demonology the other day, but I can't play it in my guild raid since I'm a main tank as well. Ooh. I feel like people are going to start doing alt raids though, because the raid, I feel like a lot of people enjoy the raids. I think this raid is very good, all things considered. I'm excited to try Mythic on this raid. Heroic's been fun. I like the level of difficulty it is. I think overall they've done. The only thing is it's like a little bit like I don't know if you guys can hear very well in Discord. They're complaining about the like lag issues with the raid as well. And I know on some of these fights it's a little like FPS intensive and kind of tough, but that's like my only complaint. But I think if I got like a better video card, it might not be an issue. Watching makes me want to try Demonology, dude. It's a lot of fun. You definitely should try it. It's not too tough to like level alts and stuff. It's worth you know, worth checking out if you're interested in it. If you think it might be fun or a playstyle you like. I like it if they made Demon Bolt do less damage but scale with mastery. Yeah, that'd be cool too. It would make it so like you could stack mastery and not worry about situations where your pets don't have high uptime or something. For this fight, do you wait to burst after the first attendant or on attendant? So I've been this time, like right now tonight, I've been trying to just pop cooldowns right after the first attendant. Because you have like a window of time between attendants, right? So you don't have to worry about the vulnerability because you can't swap your imps and you can't swap your tyrant. Like it will stay attacking.
The effect. That's
so
just a ton of stacking damage debuff on it.
Yeah. So the first one.
What add-ons do you recommend? It depends on what content you're doing. I made like a UI add-on video though on my channel. Okay. If you want to know kind of like what add-ons I have.
Alternative, if I can't do it, the second one we can have.
But it just depends. Like if you're trying to PvP, there's kind of different add-ons I'd suggest. If you're trying to like raid, there's different add-ons, you know. What realm are you on? Bleeding Hollow. Bleeding Hollow. We were all on Cho'Gall originally, but that server's kind of dead, so we all transferred to Bleeding Hollow.
Those titles were pretty good.
What's your eye level? 2 something? 211. 211 with our new belt we just got.
Last from the gargoyles.
But most of like the reason our eye level's high is all PvP gear. PvP gear, PvP gear, PvP gear. This was another vault thing. PvP gear.
I don't remember.
Sorry, what was that?
How long the debuff from the gargoyles lasts?
Infinite. It just stacks forever.
It's a stacking
it's a
on
stack
them.
on them, not a debuff on us.
I think all 3 Warlock specs are very fun. You really can't go wrong with anyone. You just got to figure out which rotation you enjoy. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. That's why I picked Demo, because it's like I know Demo wasn't the front runner from like a, you know, straight DPS comparison, but Demonology was the most entertaining rotation and like play style to me. IMO Demo is the best designed spec in the game. It looks so much fun to summon an army of demons. It does look really cool. I agree with you. There's some things that my biggest issues with Demo from like actual like functionality perspective is the tyrant aggro and the imp aggro is a little frustrating at times. Like if they made it a button where it was like off the global cooldown, but it redirected your tyrant's focus or your imp's focus, where you could change your pet's focus, like who it's attacking, would make the spec feel way better. Like in this situation,
Good
imagine if
job,
I could hit a
groups. Group
button
1, then 2,
and
then
all my
3
minions
on
turn around
interrupts.
and start
Sounds good.
attacking the attendant, right? Instead of start like still attacking the invulnerable guy. This fight's like a perfect example. That's the only thing that I think is like would be of just a massive quality of life improvement. Okay, so we're gonna build up to 3 shards here, and then
Dance coming out. Melee
okay,
spread.
5 shards after we popped our trinket. Oh no, I don't want to do that.
Be perpendicular.
That was almost really bad the way I did that. Tyrant with 4 shards.
Good job.
Damn.
Find your giant glowing single square.
Kind of waste Tyrant there. Not too bad actually. Not too bad.
Remember, it's 6 times on her hook. Robin, can you grip me? Thank you. Tendy coming out. Kill Tendy. Recital, recital. Just move. MD, anti-spells. As you shout.
10 seconds on my burst.
Spellstone.
Hellstones. That's us.
Hero's Bar. On Frida. Hey, for the spread out mechanic, if you walk into the gargoyles, you're gonna get knocked into someone else. Tendy coming out. Church is ranged. Spread. Pushing Frida. The Tender gonna have to kill. You're up. Tendy. Find your spot.
Take your places for the dance macabre.
What do I like about Demo over AF? So to me, the way Demo feels is like the buttons you're pressing
We're
have
gonna have some waiters
a
to just
pretty
keep clicking
significant
down. We can do
impact,
this.
and I feel like playing Affliction, I don't feel like any individual button presses I'm doing
Players are gonna solve.
feel like I'm getting some massive power spike from hitting them. Right? Like Tyrant, when you pop Tyrant for 15 seconds, like you know you're doing a bunch of damage. Like it just, the individual click feels very impactful. You know what I mean? Why am I casting so fast? What the hell? A PI?
There's some waiters in the back ranged. Good knock.
Cast one more hand here. Then we're gonna go Dreadstalkers, Tyrant. Worked out. $7K.
Tendy.
Demon Fires. The button presses with Demo just feel very, very impactful, which I think is like the biggest thing that I like from a play style perspective.
Dialed up the attendance, but we're killing Freedom.
And like Affliction, like the fact that you have just so many just instant casts, it's just it's not. There's nothing wrong with that play style. It's just not as satisfying to me because it's just a lot of like ticking damage, right? Whereas like getting like big, tyrants popping off or big demon bolt crits and all that stuff is just a more satisfying play style for me personally.
On the guard.
What's all preference, I still enjoy playing Affliction. It's not like I like
killing the guard. Keep dotting up witters.
It's not like I don't like Affliction. I enjoy
Tandy now.
Enjoy Demonology more.
Okay. I'll be killing this Tandy.
Okay, I have 5 seconds here on damage cooldowns.
Okay, we're burning the boss, we're ignoring the guard.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop them. Kind of did that backwards. Tendy.
Yep, gotta kill Tendy. Purple shot, please. Oh, there's Glar. Here's Glar. That's too right. Gargoyle's too big. Use our Beers. We'll just repair and go back. Just wipe it up.
Just don't go in your spot.
But yeah, just don't go in your spot. We'll die.
Hands in the middle. Which one? Gargoyle. This gargoyle.
Can you upgrade PvP gear from the Great Vault? Yes, you can. So that's why I really prioritize, even if something is not as much of an upgrade immediately, if I hit 2100 rating, all my PvP gear, even stuff I've gotten from the vault, I can upgrade to 226. So if you're gonna PvP in like any kind of, with any kind of regularity and try and push rating, if you hit 1800, for example, you can upgrade all your PvP pieces via using Honor to 220. So it makes sense to get them if you're gonna PvP and push rating to be able to upgrade them.
So I'm not exactly sure what happened.
So I prioritize PvP gear a lot from the Great Vault. That's usually the stuff I pick. Just because I'm going to go for 2100 here pretty soon, and I'll be able to upgrade all those pieces to 226. So if they were 226 in my vault, I'd pick them for sure. What 2v2, 3v3 comp would you recommend for Demo? 2v2, I've run Resto Shaman is the comp I've played the most. I know a lot of other Demo locks really like Holy Pally as well.
I can't tank even one hit to like turn around and run back the other way.
Eat the feast.
Holy Pally and our Shaman for 2s are the best, and then I think if you run either of those healers, and then you can run with all different kinds of things. Ellie Shaman, Shadow Priest, Ret Pally, Warrior, all those are kind of like good. I haven't tried Hunter yet. I could see Hunter being good as well in 3s. But I've played Resto Shaman, Demo, Ret I like a lot. Resto Shaman, Demo, Hunter, Warrior in 3s are the 2 that I've probably played the most. But I haven't played 3s competitively like in comms or anything. Like it's all just been kind of YOLO 3s, you know what I mean? But those comps seem to work the best because you and a Shaman can do work on a healer as far as CCing them, and then you just have to find a third DPS to help complement like your burst or be able to peel for you. So I think Ret Pally works really well. Warrior works pretty well. What stat should I focus on for Demo Lock? Haste is basically the stat I always try and prioritize, but right now I basically play with whatever is the highest item level gear I have regardless of stats. So in a perfect world though, I would run full haste, and then I honestly would probably just try and get all like haste verse, because verse is good in PvE and it's good in PvP. It's good in everything, so you just have like one set of gear. but Mastery also I think does very well. I think Mastery, Crit, and Verse are very, very, very close from a DPS perspective. Like they're all like neck and neck. So I would kind of play it more on your style. The downside with Mastery is if you have situations where your pets aren't doing the damage, if you're relying on Demon Bolt damage or Shadow Bolt or Decimating Bolt, that damage is not affected by your Mastery. So it kind of makes it so you can't play, you know, Sacrifice Souls, Bale Spider, Legendary type builds because Mastery doesn't affect those abilities. So you'd be kind of just working against yourself a little bit. So that's kind of why I prioritize Verse. I think Verse just makes the most sense. But Crit's definitely not a bad option. Mastery, if you like that play style, maybe run like, you know, Fel Commando and Demonic Synergy and stack Mastery and just have a Fel Guard doing a ton of damage. Like, that's an option. I didn't run a high key this week and I regret it. Yeah, I didn't run a high key last week either. Remember, I said to think of them more like dots than pets. Yeah, that's exactly how you should think of them. They're basically dots that don't apply a debuff to the target. But yeah, it's if we had something like, imagine if we had like Hunter's Mark, right? Call it Demonic Mark, and it was something that was not on the global cooldown, and you could Demonic Mark the target, and you could swap it. So if you hard swap an arena, for example, you could swap your pet's focus so they're not just randomly attacking. I don't think that would be too hard to implement, and it wouldn't be overpowered. It's not like a damage increase or anything. It just is giving you more accurate control of your minions. The other thing I think they should do is reduce the damage that your Felguard takes in PvP by a lot, because it's not I don't think it's balanced to have pet classes like BM Hunter or Demolox where a huge portion of your damage relies on your pet, and then you have like cleave comps, and the cleave comps can just kill your pet without even having to try and focus it over and over and over again. That's like it's not like a fun mechanic to me right now. I feel like they should reduce the damage pets take by a lot in PvP. The one thing I wish Demo has a 30% crit buff that Destro gets.
Sabbath, are you there?
What do you mean 30% crit buff?
There he goes.
What do you mean by that, Horizon? You mean like the Dark Soul talent, or what do you mean?
Sabbath,
did your guild have an issue with you playing non-meta spec? No. Douglas, if you watch any of my other stuff, like this is the same guys I've played with for a long time, and everyone can kind of just play whatever they want. Like we try and get the content down, obviously. Like we're competitive and all that, but we're more like it's more like a casual competitive. You know what I mean? We don't try that hard. We're not like pushing mythic progression and all that stuff and trying to go for like world first shit. It's just people playing what they like. People get more mad if I mess up mechanics. They will let me play Demo and not care, but if I like mess up a bunch of mechanics, then they'll call me out. Is this your Demon Bolt build? No. No. This is the so if you look up the video I did, the biggest tyrant build. This is basically the biggest tyrant build that I'm running. This seems to, in a raid environment, performing the best. This biggest tyrant setup from like a single target perspective. On this fight, honestly, a different setup would probably be better for Demo, because this fight's real wonky for us because of just the invulnerability aspect. What I found tough about Demo is tracking shards. How do you track the amount of shards versus your rotation? So a lot of the combo point playstyle, right? This is like true with Rogue. This is true with Windwalker. Any kind of combo point, right? Which is really how you have to think of your shards, is very much dependent on you just knowing what sequences go together, right? Because especially when you get Bloodluster things and you have a lot of haste and stuff's happening fast, you have to know like 2 casts ahead of what you're casting. So you have to know like, okay, I have a demonic, core proc. This Demon Bolt's going to give me 2 shards. I'm at 2 shards. I'm going to have 4. I can hand a Gul'dan. That's going to give me 1. I can do 1 more Demon Bolt. That's going to give me 3. Then I can hand again. So you have to like be able to like have all those combinations in your head to really be able to like react in time. It's kind of like a little mini math game, you know? There's not really a trick. I just have the shard tracker here that I watch. But you start getting those combos down, right? Like, okay, your Dreadstalker's ended. You have 2 Demonic Core procs. Okay, if I'm at 4 shards, I can hand Demon Bolt, hand, Demon Bolt. And then I have 2 shards at the end of that, right? Then I can Shadow Bolt off. Like, you kind of have these like little mini combinations of spells that you use based on Demonic Core procs and haste and all that kind of stuff. And there's not really a trick to it. It's just practicing it to like kind of get it down where it's second nature and you don't have to think about it too much. Wait, what's happening? I think they're talking about like football or something. I think everyone joined a Zoom call to like watch it. Demo, I level 199 doing casually, 1900 DPS with no cooldown. Something's off, I think, or it needs a buff. The just like straight damage, like Shadow Bolt, Hand to Gul'dan spam, doesn't do that much DPS. A big part of I mean, at least this playstyle, right? We might end up having some other Why are we joining Zoom? What am I missing? Wait, why are we joining Zoom? Is no one in here anymore?
Coach, if you read chat,
You guys just keep saying join Zoom. That's all you keep saying. I say why and you say join Zoom.
because it doesn't work for people in Minnesota.
Zoom?
Yes. Like, Discord doesn't work for the people in Minnesota. So, like, if you could just listen and join Zoom so we can try to get raid going, that'd be great.
Well, since when the hell are we using fucking Zoom? I hate Zoom. I think this is it. It's not working.
Scream at the top of my lungs the entire time that I'm not speaking normally during raid.
I'm just gonna ready check. If you're in Zoom, hit ready. If you're not, hopefully they'll hit not. What? That was fast. If you're in Zoom, hit ready. If you're not in Zoom and you hit ready, this will be interesting.
Jesus.
Well, Andrew can't hit ready. He's offline.
You said hit ready for both.
We're only missing one in Zoom. There's 25 people in here.
Okay, Andrew, hop back online.
He said hit ready for both. I don't want to see everyone's faces. Alright, let me get
I'm willing to bet the one we're missing is Jeff.
Yeah, 100%.
This is the boss that made me give in and swap to Affliction. Yeah, I've played Destro on this
Connor,
boss a
go
couple
punch him
times. This
for
this
us.
boss is tough for
Yeah.
demo.
I don't see
I'm like
Austin in
determined to
here
try and
either.
figure out like how to play
You
it on
guys
this
don't do
fight, though.
split screen?
Austin is 3
Normally
skinner.
we raid face to face.
Nate, are you good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna try
Do the
this.
dancers in this boss room still
no
phase
push
against
talk?
each other? I don't think so.
No. It's just me.
dog.
Yeah, this is not made for gaming.
We'll give it a few shots. We are gonna pull.
Christopher, I don't think it would have too much to do with your stats. I think you still should be able to
Hunter's
pull
not here.
decent DPS. It's hard for me to say though for sure without like
Oh god, I
seeing
don't have to press control anymore.
like logs or anything or knowing for sure.
it's in
Okay, 3 shards.
You mean with your thumb?
Yeah, my thumb's honestly tired.
Wow, Fiend. We're just gonna go into a straight tie right
Saddle
here off of the
people.
bat. We're like 10 seconds early. I probably could have fit
I wish you were in Zoom. Pushing Stavros. Make sure we're perpendicular. Find your 10th spot.
Okay, so I imploded right there at the end, which I think is something we kind of have to do to help maximize our DPS on this fight.
Alright, everyone start dancing.
Because if you have any imps up during this, they just shoot him right here, and it does 1 damage per fireball, and it completely wastes all the damage. So I think we have to really make a point to implode when they transition back up to the ledge.
Oh, it did. That is unfortunate then. Good, we're killing Stravos.
Okay, I have 45 seconds
That
here.
was whack. Tendi coming out.
Damn, dude, big 7k demon bolts right there. You see that? That's that Necrolord coming in clutch. 7k demon
Marcus
bolts on
Saddle.
the attendant. Oh, that scared me. I thought that was me. Get out of here, guys. Okay, 15 seconds on our
Good job on
damage.
that.
So I'll get a couple more Hand of Gul'dans off here. Wait, PI'd me a little bit early there. We're a little bit out of sync on our... Build up to 5. 1. Vile Fiend. And...
We're on Frida, there's a Tendi coming there, we're gonna have to kill him. Another Tendi?
Huh?
Cool, another Tendi. I will R master the big thing. Please spread out immediately and don't go into the center of the room. Don't go towards the edges because you get knocked into people. It's-
They help if we just tank.
yeah, actually that would work. Spread out, arm mastery. Flush out.
I feel like I should
Yeah,
health
on Frida.
stone. I'm gonna live train here. Taking a ton of
Tendi
damage
coming
here.
out. Blair's, do you have him up?
Yeah.
Can you use it at 7 stacks?
I'll drop AMZ next.
For the Tendi. We're pushing Frida.
I don't like this song. But I can't change it right now. Oh, implode!
Ethan, you want me to grab anyone?
Nice.
Um,
Oh no, go, 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 go!
Want me to hold?
Go!
I hold it, but I think we grab Angelo when we come out of this.
Okay.
I still have salve.
My wings should pop up during this.
I'm
It
gonna have
bugs
you
me that
solve
when I
this big
jump, my
explosion.
wings don't pop up during this dance phase.
Good, we're gonna finish the waiters. And yeah, if you can start to move them towards the middle, that'd be awesome, but...
Okay, we'll go for a big opener here. 5 shards. 4, 5, double hand. Into the tyrant. Into the decimating bolt. Into the demonic strength. Drop the hand. Hand. Demonic core. Hand. Crit trinket. Getting real bad frame drops here.
Yes, sorry, Tendy. Servant, such this Tendy, we're just killing her.
Lots of little imp boys right there.
Push her if we can.
Okay, gonna go ahead and Fellstorm that. They're all stacked right there. I wonder if I should
Using
implode.
wings.
Probably should. Implode. Let's go. What's up?
Good on waiters. Remember, we kill first gargoyle, and we're pumping the boss. Just pump the boss, drop their waiters, whatever. If you... Yeah, grip them in. Tanks, if you can just move us to them, that's honestly probably fine too. Gargoyle coming out soon.
Whoa.
Sarahs, can you innovate players?
Okay, we're killing the gargoyle, and then we're killing the Tendy. Okay, our Nicholas.
I'll probably burn salve at 6 or 7. I'll let him back up.
Okay, I have Arrow Mastery. We have Link, right?
Yeah, we think.
Yep. I've got salve as well.
Can hold
Okay.
AMZ.
15 seconds on my burst. Fellstorm.
Yeah, players, use your cooldown at 7.
Out.
Oh, I didn't see the attendant on the other side of him.
Push him. Gargoyle's coming. We need to push the boss. Liam, shot, please. We're gonna have to push him. We might have to kill this Tendy.
Pile stones if you have them.
Tendy.
Shoot, I think that's kind of bad. I think my tyrant's going into the immune boss right
Push.
there.
Okay.
Implode!
Kill the gargoyle. Kill the gargoyle.
But you have to keep doing the dance, otherwise you die. I think we're gonna want to B-res Drizzt.
When we come out, first priority is kill the gargoyle.
Yeah, everyone on the gargoyle.
Looks like we have both hymns and tide. Still Link as well.
Cool. We're gonna. How many stacks do you
It resets, I believe.
Oh, I did see that coming.
have? Just pod. Okay, finish gargoyle. Tendy's coming out. We're on the boss. We're gonna kill the Tendy. We're ignoring the next gargoyle, correct, Lar?
I think so.
Okay. We're in the boss.
Looks like it worked for you to just tighten, so I think that should be our plan.
Coming.
I'm gonna grab the dredger in the back.
Yep.
Deep.
We're-
Got him.
Tendy coming. Just on the boss.
We can be decently generous with healing cooldowns.
Yeah, I'm popping wings right now.
Got another AMZ going down.
I'll drop tide after wings.
Tendy.
Implode!
I'm gonna need a healer external in like 7 seconds probably.
Oh, I just used Guardian.
Oh, Bard is
down.
dead.
Lar's dead.
Want me to get him up?
DH,
Yeah.
just start kiting.
Yeah.
Guard top boss if you can. Perfect.
Tendy.
Popping him right now.
Gargoyle's on me.
Finish the Tendy. All externals on Glar.
Anyone
Anyone
kite
just-
the bot. Anyone kite the gargoyle.
Yeah.
Chad got one shot by the gargoyle.
Trying to hit the boss. Latanya's coming. It's our last chance to kill the boss.
You guys got this.
Go 94K!
Oh my god, 94.
No,
That's okay.
94K.
This was really good. If we keep people up for a little bit longer, we'll get
Dang it!
I love that you can see him in the background.
Connor, how does Zoom work?
Just as a heads up, there was too much tunneling on the boss, like when the tenant was up right after we came back. That like kind of fucked.
Yeah.
Hey, Tablet, sorry I didn't respond. I'm a little slow with chat. I made a legendary breakdown video for Demo. That if you're trying to figure out what legendary you should craft, you should check that out. Because I go through like which situations, which legendaries are best. Because it depends on what content you want to do. So I kind of break down the video, or the legendaries in that video. If you have other questions on it, you can like comment on that. I'm usually pretty good about responding back to as many comments as I can. Or ask me if you have specific questions on it. I'm running Horde Nightmare, but I haven't made Demonic Synergy yet, so I'm not sure if or how much I'll like that
As long as everybody
legendary.
stays alive, we have it. I mean, 94K.
Yeah.
So it's a little thing. I forget which DH. Good job taunting and running. But if we can, we want the gargoyle to freeze in the middle of the room, because then you can always kill it.
I got kicked out so many times I feel like changing specs. Dude, I get kicked out of groups for playing Demo too, and it's kind of funny because there's plenty of groups like I top damage, like in PvP, like RBGs, whatever. But people are just so stuck on the meta that
we're just saying if you
they're like, oh no, if you're not Affliction, like I don't want to play with you. It's really
When
dumb.
we get him to 50%, so like set focus Niklaus, so you can see that.
It worked all right because two of the four range.
I'm at eye level 200. My DPS is 2.5k in a 3-minute fight. What am I doing wrong? You're probably not timing your Tyrant well.
On Dark Recital, just move. If you don't
30
move with
seconds
your
if you want to
partners, like
watch.
down
If you
the
watch
world,
that
you
biggest
can
Tyrant
heal
video,
like you can pop Arc Skin. If you stand still,
that's like the best video to go over like the raid, like
Yeah,
burst
his computer
damage
apparently
rotation.
died trying to install Zoom.
I see. Okay, well then.
Yeah, it minimized right when it started.
Demonologies are ramping the damage spec. Yeah,
well,
it
then
it
it
requires
should
a
be
lot
better.
of like you have to like plan out your bursts. It's like very
Is he in now?
you have to cast stuff in a specific sequence, or you have like a few
Can you just
options,
use, like,
but
the
you have to
web
be
app
very
Zoom?
specific to your kind of like burst setup. And if you don't
Connor can just
if you
scream the
don't do
mechanics
that
to him.
setup well, it hurts a lot. You get a pretty big DPS loss if you do stuff in like an inefficient
He needs a
order.
web app. He doesn't need to download anything.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I mean, does he have it now? And it's just like there was that one launch it messed with him.
The VNet voice is actually good now, but no one uses it.
I mean, like he literally doesn't need any callouts except maybe an interface.
Would the Demon Bolt build not be better for this fight?
He's good on the
Probably.
interface,
Yeah,
so
it probably would
he's
be.
fine.
If you want to tell him to just like.
Probably
root
would be
dance,
for sure.
We'll be okay.
Are we taking 2 minutes?
I'm trying to like play this specific setup though, but yeah, it might be worth trying a
Yes, it is last pull.
might be worth trying a different build on this fight in the future.
I'll just call Jeff and tell him it's fine.
So when will you do the HP Resto Shaman Disc Priest 7 Demo locks? I don't know. A couple of people have asked if we're gonna do it tonight. I don't think we'll do it tonight. I don't think we'll do it tonight because I kind of want to set up.
Connor, you should just shout
During the
everything
week
loud
is
enough for
hard because I have like my normal job, right?
Just
So
repeat everything.
I'm like already kind of running on fumes when I get, back home at the end of the day. So even these few hours after work is already kind of like tough for me because I don't want to be like exhausted in streaming and just be like super worn out and all that,
Hard work.
So I'll probably do that.
Over by triangle.
I'll probably do the that RBG setup like one of these weekends or like on a Friday or something where I can kind of like stay up later and don't have work the next morning.
We were super close.
It's
and
probably
now
when
we
I'll
know
do
a few
it.
things
But
to make it better.
I'll plan it. I'll figure out a date like when I know for sure I'm
Also,
gonna
yeah,
be here. I
Stealth is
know
gonna
for
take
sure
it
we
off
have
as
some
well.
time.
I'd
And
say that one other thing is make sure we're not
like I'll make sure you guys know.
hitting the wrong target. Like if you're cleaving, well, you should be single targeting the main boss, unless the switcher's up, because some of the other bosses are like at 80% health, which is not great.
So to double check, Ethan, are we killing the gargoyle after intermission?
Yes, so we kill first, she's second with intermission, and then we'll make the call to burn the next gargoyle or not.
Okay. Because we were 90k off.
Is Necrolord good for demo? Yeah, I think Night Fae is simming a little bit higher, but I just like Necrolord. I like the. Oh shit!
But also like we hit 6
About to
healing
drink some
cooldowns
water.
up, so there's
I just like the style of Necrolord. I like Fleshcraft a lot as an ability, and I like Decimating Bolt a lot as an ability.
Remember melee perpendicular.
Let's try this. This first attendant's been dying pretty fast. Let's try this.
And it needs to die. Dance recitals coming out, spread out melee. Do mechanics. Heroes purpler. Master spell and dispel and shout Andrew. I'm using our mastery. No, I think it's okay. Like it's scuffed, but it will be okay. Push him.
Could be swap.
Implode.
I'm topping people.
I think I do think Necrolord has a lot more potential going into the later portions of the game because a lot of the value of Necrolord, both with Decimating Bolt and like Fleshcraft being percentage based, right? It's a percent of your health and it's a percent of your Demon Bolt damage. The fact that it's a percent and not a flat number is going to allow it to scale really well later on into the game. So I think Necrolord's gonna be a very good option. I mean, whether stuff is gonna be your BIS like from a straight just raid DPS perspective is gonna depend a lot on the fight and the build that you're running. It's not gonna necessarily be like a one size fits all. But I think Necrolord is right there on par with Night Fae. We'll know better actually after in a couple days once the logs come out. And all the other covenants have double potency conduits, and then we'll have to kind of see again once we start getting all of the soulbind trees unlocked. Because right now we only have 2 of the 3 and like half of that. Right, we don't have any like the bottom. I'm gonna waste 1 shard here. It's okay. It's a little bit slow on that.
On Frida. Oh, sorry, Tendi. Yep.
We'll do it strike to the middle.
Another Tendi. Just switch out the Tendi. Butcher's coming out. We're on Frida.
So see, my DPS is pretty scuffed on this pull because I did my burst right on the opener, and the immunity thing really messes with our damage here.
Spread. This is solved.
Gonna go in Vile Fiend.
We're on Frida.
I'll pop him at 7.
Okay, Tendi coming out.
I'm gonna drop an AMZ now once we get in position.
Yep, undo. Good. Pushing Frida right now. Good. All top people priest, don't worry. On your hole.
Whoa.
I'm not sure if I want to use Beerus or not.
You probably hold for tank, right?
Yeah.
We only have 1.
So guys, tomorrow for raid, we're going to be raiding the same time, 6 p.m. Pacific, and we're going to be doing heroic progression again. We're not going to be doing normal this week, scheduled. I'm gonna go ahead and just Jesus, dude.
I have our master for her next big thing if it goes off.
There's still a waiter in the back.
Yeah, I'll try to down it ranged. Tendy coming. We should be able to kill her, maybe.
She's dead. She's dead. She's dead. She's dead.
Cool, Tendy. Nope, Tendy.
So unfortunate, dude. That's so brutal, actually.
It's not that bad. Lost. Yeah, keep gripping the man. Just cleave them, just hit her hard. Just cleave them passively, they really don't matter. Remember, we prioritize Gargoyle.
Would we bring him over?
Gargoyle's coming down.
We bring Gargoyle.
Yep, on the Gargoyle, everyone.
All damage Gargoyle.
Ignore Attendant. Attendant comes after the Garg.
Good shot, by the way.
Yep.
Run Attendant.
Not Nicholas Gore.
Tendy.
I got next AMZ.
Okay, I have 30 seconds on burst here.
Okay.
Dude, my legs are getting tight. I need to do like high knees right now or in the middle of this fight.
Okay, we're gonna have to kill this Tendy. We're ignoring Garg. Second potions if you have it. Trying to push him.
I wonder if I should implode on every attendant because the imps are attacking the boss. I probably should.
I can tie.
That's probably what we're gonna have to do. Is I just have to use implosion way more often on this
On the
fight.
boss. Hellstones, personals. Tendy, try to push. Just push. Res me if you can. And kill Tendy.
Damage on Gargoyle if you can get near him.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait. Yeah, try to hit the Gargoyle, but do the dance. That's more important. Let the tanks taunt the Garg when we come out.
We have both hymns up.
Okay.
And Spirit Link.
That OP Gargoyle dance DPS. Let's go, baby.
Okay, we're hitting the boss very hard.
Attendant.
Tendy.
Yep. Thank you. Back on boss. We will see how Gargoyle timing is.
I feel like I'm getting a lot of PIs.
Tendy's coming, we gotta kill it.
We're ignoring Gargoyle.
Yep, we are. Larva Kite and the Tendy. We're ignoring waiters too. We're just on the boss.
Go, baby, go!
Tendy comes, we kill it. Otherwise, we're on the boss. Cool, Tendy's coming. Kicking the boss.
I'm hemming.
We're gonna kill the Tendy. Kill Tendy.
Implode? I think I like that implosion strat right there. Like, oh, click it.
Can we get healing tide? I'm in a spirit.
Go. Yeah. Woo!
Zoom for the
right,
win.
Let's go, baby. That's a good way to end it. Good way to end it.
Oh, I got the
with
scuffed trinket.
Sorry, Loopy.
a solid kill on council.
Even more scuffed.
Yay.
So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7?
Dude, no, I don't.
7 out of 10. Heroic. I think that's the first time we killed that on heroic.
Great job, guys. Despite the technical
Hell
difficulties.
yeah.
Thank you, Art, for closing the season.
Great raid night.
We're gonna come back tomorrow and do Heroic Sludge Fist. Please watch a video for it. It's pretty simple, but you know, practice not using your dashes.
Heroic Sludge Fist tomorrow, huh?
Really good job tonight. I'm really happy. I think, there's an optional raid Saturday for alts, and just if you want to bring your mains, you gotta be.
But Night Fade, you
it's on the
use
calendar for
Soul
raiders.
before
You gotta be
casting Tyrant with the
185
trinket.
eye level and or do decent DPS and mechanics.
But
if you want normal on Saturdays, then otherwise I'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Anyone don't need their shitty
Cool.
trinket? They're not shitty, but dance trinket.
I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna.
How do I get out of Zoom?
It's technically better than the dark.
Good. I hate Zoom so much. Do we want this? No, I don't like that trinket. Okay, let's catch up on chat here, and then I'm gonna hop off for tonight. Do you ever use bombers over demonic strength? Short answer is no, but there are times in Mythic Plus that it's pretty decent. It's also a really fun ability. If you like that playstyle, but it doesn't give you any single target like damage boost because of the fact that it costs 2 shards, right? Whereas demonic strength still gives you a lot of damage single target. Or even Dreadlash, it just gives you Dreadbite damage single target, right? Because it's a 25% increase. Dean, to answer your question, when you Night Fae, I don't know exactly how Night Fae works, but I believe when you cast Soul Rot, it gives you a health boost like right after you cast Soul Rot, right? If that's the case, you want to cast the Night Fae ability at the beginning prior to casting like your Vile Fiend and your Grimoire Felguard, because the summoned pets have your health or share your health at the time that they're summoned. So you want to use it basically prior to casting all your big minions. Both GMs in my guild stopped playing like 3 weeks ago and started playing Classic. Really? They stopped playing retail to go back to play Classic? We had kind of like the opposite. We have a bunch of people from Classic that stopped playing Classic to play retail. Like all of us stopped playing Classic really to play retail because we were really enjoying retail. Is Implosion for the ads? The damage should be ignored in the logs for the other bosses. Yeah, so because what happens is the implosion. The reason I was imploding is because the imps are still attacking the boss, the initial target, but when the attendant comes out, it makes that boss immune. You're not seeing the immune messages on the screen, but it's not taking damage from all those imps. So if I implode them on the attendant, it basically is a way of like fake readjusting their focus to the attendant. So at least I'm getting the rest of their cast, like at least I'm getting damage off on to a target that needs to die. It's not to implode on the additional bosses, it's to not waste the imp fireballs and any like AoE damage we can get on like the other ads and stuff like that is ideal. But I think that will help. I mean, I think that was our best pull, 3.3k DPS, and I think most of that was pretty effective DPS. I'd see an implosion was higher there. I could have been imploding a lot more. I think my implosion needs to be like 10% or so, 12% of my DPS. I think I just need to implode more often on that fight. That was the reason I was doing it. We're trying to figure out ways to make that fight work for Demo. It's a tough one for Demo because of all the invulnerability mechanics. And I got really screwed at the beginning of the other pool, if you saw, because I tyranted right in the beginning. Then the attendant comes out and he'll make the boss immune for like 2 or 3 demon fire casts, which is a lot of damage from your tyrant. That's like a lot of your burst that you lose. So the attendants really scuffed that fight for us. I simmed it. On my demon it sims lower than Darkmoon. Are you talking about that crappy trinket? I don't like that trinket because if you have to like run around and pick up the orbs, it's I don't like it. Even if it was higher, I'm not going to use it well enough to be able to utilize it. Like I'm going to for sure mess up the running around in a square. Played Classic on launch for like 3 months. It was boring. Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed Classic, but it's very different to this. This is much faster paced, much more complex than Classic, right? Classic's cool in its own way, and the fact that Classic's so simple is part of what makes Classic an amazing game, right? You can have, you know, your girlfriend can raid with you in a Molten Core and it's not a big deal, whereas like some of this stuff would be way too much for like a casual player to do any of this progression with you, because it's just another level of mechanics that you have to understand. So the simplicity of Classic really allows like a much lower barrier to entry for a lot of players, which makes it pretty fun because you can play with more casual people and, you know, friends that aren't gamers and stuff like that. And it's a lot more time invested in just the journey of leveling and journey around the world, more so than the actual raid content. I don't know for me, but once I use my HP boost, my main pet does not increase. So you're not doing it for your main pet, you're doing it for your summoned pets. Here, I can show you guys real quick. I'll show you. We'll give you a little, for all of you guys that have hung out this far and stuck around, or if you're just joining here at the end, I'll give you a little walkthrough here on like how that big tyrant setup works. And I can show you, I'll show you, we can summon like Vile Fiend and we can do a health comparison. But the way it works is your Felguard is a little wonky. Sometimes this will scale with your bonus health from the trinket, but the problem is it doesn't heal back up, so it doesn't really count your Felguard's health. So you're not doing it because it affects your Felguard at all. You're doing it because it affects your other minions. So watch, we'll cast Dogs and I'll cast Vile Fiend and we can look at their health here. Okay, so Dogs times 2, 15,200 health. Okay, 15,200 health. Vile Fiend, 28.5k. So Vile Fiend's got the same as our Felguard, right? So remember that. 15,000, and then Vile Fiend's the same as Felguard. Grimoire, I think, is the same. It's really close. It might be a little bit higher than Vile Fiend, but I can't remember. Okay. In 28 seconds, then I'll show you when we pop our health trinket before we cast all that stuff. I checked on WoW logs. Everyone's high DPS chose Night Fae. The difference is high. Well, so Kevin, the reason that difference is high though is Night Fae got double potency conduits at like renown level 15. So Night Fae had 2 potency conduits for the last like 2 or 3 weeks, and no other covenants did. So Night Fae still might be better, but it's skewed because Night Fae had 1 more conduit, right? Like if you count the value of having, you know, Fel Commando or Tyrant Soul, that's a lot of damage. And if you see, like, there's other covenants that are still performing in the top 100 or the top 100 parses, right? So we'll be able to tell better now once we have the logs for this week, because this week is the first week that the other covenants have 2 potency conduits in some tree. And even still, once we unlock, like, this might be our best conduit or our best soulbind, right? Like maybe running, I mean, it's hard to say because some of these bottom abilities might be very, very, very good for Demo specifically. It's hard to really say. So until we get 2 potency conduits and we can test out all the soulbinds, it's hard to say which one, when it all fleshes out, which one's actually going to be our best covenant, because right now we're playing with half the cards, you know what I mean? So it's easy to say like, oh, well, this is best right now, but it's like you don't have half the shit unlocked yet, so who knows? Show transmog. Well, we have this belt. Ignore the belt because we just got that tonight in raid. This sword is from Karazhan, whatever you want to call it. It's Spite Blade? Yeah, Spite Blade. I don't know if you guys remember that. I thought this was the coolest sword. And this is just the Warlock tier 6. Has the wings that are associated with the helm. Okay, so what we say, Dreadstalkers had 15,200 health. Vile Fiend had the same amount as this. Okay, so if we pop the health trinket here. Okay. Felguard's got 39k. Vile Fiend's got 39k. Dreadstalker's got 20k. So that's 5,500 times 2. So we got 11,000 damage bonus on the Dreadstalkers. 39, that's 10,000 on Vile Fiend. 10,000 on Dread. So we're basically bumping with this trinket 32,000 health on our minions right now. 32,000 bonus health we're gaining by casting the health trinket first and then casting all of our minions. Keep in mind, your imps also scale with this. So if you get 2-handed Guldans or 3-handed Guldans, if you're running Horn Nightmare and Horn Nightmare imps proc with the bonus health, you can see how this like starts kind of like going on top of itself, right? Like you just get a huge like big minion health pool stacked up that's disproportionately high because of this on-use trinket. Then you basically do all of that 20 seconds prior to your Tyrant. Then you cast your Tyrant, and then your DPS trinket's off cooldown. Then you have this super massive amplified Tyrant because of demonic consumption off of this huge health pool. And then the Tyrant damage is going to then also benefit from the DPS on-use trinket. Night Fae is the best for everything Warlock. Yeah, again, guys, Night Fae has had one more potency conduit thus far. Literally before today, Night Fae was the only covenant that had 2 potency conduits. So it has been performing better, but it's not necessarily because Night Fae is performing better across the board than every other covenant. They've had one more conduit to be able to use, which is obviously going to give them a huge advantage, right? Your Soulbind has to be very powerful for an additional conduit not to put you, you know, at a higher tier than all the other conduits or all the other Soulbinds. Night Fae players aren't using the double potency conduit. Well, if none of them are using the double potency conduit tree, then I mean maybe that ability is that strong. There are people, as of like a week ago when I looked, there was a couple Necro and a couple. I don't know if they were. I don't think they were Kyrian. Maybe they were. There was a couple other covenants though that were in the top like 10 damage done. Right, most people are playing Night Fae because Night Fae is just very strong. But the other covenants are still doing fine. You're also talking about like a couple hundred DPS on a given fight, and arguably, the people that are you know pulling number 1 parses are just pumping. They're doing a ton of damage. They're 217 eye level. Like there's other factors too, just besides strictly covenants. You'd have to really have that person with that gear play another covenant with that guild, that kill speed, those legendaries. It's really hard to really compare them. The DPS difference between the covenants is not very big. You should pick the covenant that you like the most. If you like Night Fae the most, you should play Night Fae. But like, I'm not gonna switch to Night Fae to gain 50 DPS on a raid boss. Like, there's no point. It's a dumb reason to switch. Not to mention, like, you have things like Fleshcraft, right? Like, this is a type of a type of ability that can save you in fights. Like, could be the reason you live or survive fights. Not to mention some of the later soulbinds that we get, like the other soulbinds. The later soulbinds that we get are all pretty cool. Conduit eye levels aren't high enough. Yeah, I feel that. What's up, Pumbaa? The Tyrant Tracker weak aura calculates the tyrant size before you hit it. Is that something that exists? I definitely would be down to do that. Get that weak aura. I also need to get a weak aura for my secondary stats because I've gotten that question a bunch, so that you guys can see like what our secondary stats are throughout the fight. Been watching your video and been doing it the way you said the video, but I also was wondering about the main pet's HP. Yeah, so like if I do this here, you'll see like if I click the trinket, a lot of times my Felguards will boost, but it's like delayed. So like let's see, it's been 5 seconds. Maybe if I'm like in combat, this will jump up and it'll be, jump up to like 35k, but it won't heal. But it also doesn't do it every time. Like I don't know what it is that does it. It's like very finicky. Like if I were to summon it away, you see it summons back up to 39k. And then it drops once the trinket falls. Your summoned pet interacts differently. So, I don't know. There might... Hear me out. I don't know why I didn't think of this. There might be some merit to Fel Domination summoning your Felguard again at the very beginning of the fight. You only get to do this once. Ooh, dude, that's an idea. I'll have to try that next time. Fel Domination, if you run the Finesse Conduit, you can drop Fel Domination's cooldown to 2 minutes. So you can pair Fel Domination with this trinket. And then you could resummon your Felguard. And it would have the 39k. That's an extra 10k health. That would only cost you 1 global. That might be some new new strategizing there. I haven't tried that yet. We'll have to see. I think that probably would be a DPS gain because your pet could just charge in anyway. And a lot of times, like on the pull, for example, right? Like, I'm casting this in my pre-pull, so recasting my minion wouldn't affect my rotation hardly at all. The moment I cast HP Trinket, I resummon. That makes sense. Yeah. I haven't done that. I think that would be a DPS gain from what I've been doing. Soul Rod, Demonic Strength, Vilefiend, Felguard, Demonic Tyrant, Hand Gul'dan in order will ramp. Yeah, ideally you want to pump a Hand Gul'dan or two prior to your Tyrant, and you want to save Demonic Strength for while you have Tyrant up because it increases the damage by 15%. So that's why the order that I do it in is very specific to try and get as much stuff stacked as possible. And you'll see in those DPS windows, like, once Tyrant's up, 20 seconds after Tyrant, like, I'm popping off for that window that Tyrant's up, Demonic Strength's rolling, all my minions are up, everything's extended. That, like, 20-second window after Tyrant, we do a ton of damage. It's insane. A ton of damage. Everyone watching this stream needs a Tyrant Weak Aura. Pumbaa, where do I find it? Should I just go, like, on the Wage.io or whatever that website is? Or is there someone that uses it that I can, like, find it? What's up, Nicholas? How you doing, man? Should we see what we do DPS-wise if we do the resummon? Okay, we're gonna pretend like this is pre-pull. $6K. Pretty big though, dude. 5,700 DPS, 58, 6.1, 6K, 6K. I don't know, guys. Popping off a little bit. That might be really strong. I'll need to figure out how to weave that in. And then I think we'll have to run the Fel Domination Finesse Conduit to get that down to a 2-minute cooldown basically and do that every single time. 67K. This number for me, the highest I've usually been able to get to is about 63. 63K. So I think that's probably, realistically, we might got lucky with a crit or so there, but that's realistically probably like a 5% damage gain on your Tyrant if you recast Fel Domination on your Felguard there. You can use the HP Trinket on summoning your Felguard. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It doesn't persist. Like, once the Trinket falls off, my Felguard's health drops back down, right? This goes up to, like, 39K. But it's up. It's up when we cast Tyrant, if I can time that right. I'll have to mess with it, but that's definitely worthwhile if I can figure out that's worth that one global to squeeze it in there. I just have to figure out, make sure it stacks up or what the timing is on that falling off. I'm trying to find it. Kalamazzi uses it? Oh, I can find it if he has it. He has a link on his Twitch. He has a link for his weak auras. I can check it out. I can find it on Kalamazzi's later. What's up, John Elliott? How you doing, man? Yeah, I did something. Yeah, hey, good find there, Nor. Yeah, that's awesome. We'll have to see. Any ways we can squeeze this a little more DPS. You know, we're always down. Okay, guys. I am on the verge of losing my voice, so I am going to go ahead and hop off for tonight. Thank you so much for hanging out, guys. Like always, I really do appreciate it. We are going to raid Heroic Castle Nathria tomorrow, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time, whatever you guys are in the world. 6 p.m. Pacific time, and this is all progression. It's the last 3 bosses. Let me see which ones we have. We have Sludge Fist, Generals, and Sire. Heroic progression tomorrow. Demonology Warlock, if you guys want to come and hang out. 6 p.m. Pacific, it's 3-hour window. Same thing as it was tonight. Be pushing that. Hopefully try and get as close to 10 out of 10 Heroic as we can. But like always, thanks, guys. I do appreciate it, and we'll be back tomorrow. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.